On a 79-degree afternoon, we welcome you to McKeon Park in Hyannis, Massachusetts for Whitey Red Sox baseball here on the Cape Cod Broadcast Network. Tonight, the Whitey Red Sox complete their trip through the Cape as they take on the Hyannis Harborhawks for the first time this season. For the Whitey Red Sox, yesterday was a day to forget. The Red Sox surrendered 11 runs in their loss to Western Division opponent Wareham Gateman. Whitey pitching staff has been the backbone of this team, and Wareham was able to get to the arms of the Red Sox, bashing multiple home runs on the day. Whitey will look for a bounce-back win tonight against the Harborhawks. On the flip side, the Hyannis Harborhawks have been one of the hottest teams on Cape as of late. Hyannis has won 9 games without a loss until running into the juggernaut of Katuitt last night, falling 3-1. The red-hot Harborhawks will be looking to start a new winning streak tonight. It's the first of a home-and-home on this July 4th weekend as the Whitey Red Sox visit McKeon Park to take on the Hyannis Harborhawks for the first time this summer. First pitch is coming up soon. Carlo Mendes alongside Sam Lebowitz welcoming you to a beautiful sunny day here in downtown Hyannis, where the Whitey Red Sox, Sam, are looking to get some of their mojo back after being knocked out yesterday against Wareham.
Well, they can't all be winners, and sometimes even the losses get ugly for good baseball teams. This is a good Red Sox team, and seeing a somewhat equally good Hyannis baseball team that somewhat uncharacteristically based on years past has gotten off to a very hot start, really an opposite start to where they were yesterday. They're playing their best baseball of late, have only lost once in their last 8 games. Going to be a tough matchup for the Red Sox, and should be a couple of fun baseball games today and tomorrow.
These two teams flip-flop the top of the Cape in terms of average and ERA. They're both 2 or 3. They're two of the best defensive teams on Cape, and right now two teams trying to remain atop their divisions and make sure they're in a good spot when the playoffs roll around in about a month's time. Well, we are just about set for the national anthem. We will step aside and be back for it, and then get you the starting lineups here at McKeon Park. Judy Walden, Scara Field, as we welcome you to Whitey Baseball. It is game number 20 of the summer. Play ball by Gary Wilson, the YD Red Sox fan, and that's exactly what we do as we welcome you here to McKeon Park in Hyannis, Massachusetts. Let's get you the starting lineup for your YD Red Sox as they take on the Harbor Hawks for the first time in the summer of 2022. It begins with Caden Connor, the right fielder out of Cal State Fullerton. Hunter Haas playing short today and batting in the 2 spot. The future Texas A&M Aggie. Chase Mydroff bats third out of the University of San Diego. Mike Bovey cleans things up out of Omaha, playing first today. Cole Carrick is in center from San Diego State. Drew Bowser, the DH out of Stanford. Jordan Thompson out of the 7 spot, the third baseman from LSU. Jack Costello, the left fielder from the University of San Diego, bats in the 8 spot. And Fernando Gonzalez will be putting down the signs. The catcher from Georgia bats out of the 9 spot. Pitcher on the mound will be Brady McCullough. And Sam, what can you tell me about McCullough?
Well, McCullough's a D2 guy out of Wingate University, and he had an outstanding senior season this year for the Dogs of Wingate. Striking out over 15 batters per 9, he was the Southeast region of the CCA's Pitcher of the Year and a second-team Division II All-American. He was truly outstanding. What you're going to see out of the 6'4" right-hander from North Carolina is a 4-pitch mix, a fastball that can get up to 95. He'll probably sit around 90, 91. A curveball that'll drop in the upper 70s, a slider in the mid-80s, and a changeup right around there as well. 4 distinct pitches. They're all pretty good. Wingate is an organization that usually sends about 1, maybe 2 guys to the Cape every year, and it seems like those guys always find a home with the Harbor Hawks. The most recent Wingate players before McCullough, Tommy McCollum and Hunter Dula, a pair of pitchers now playing professional baseball. McCollum with the Phillies, Hunter Dula with the Giants, former Harbor Hawks and former teammates of Brody McCullough.
So Brody McCullough gets the start, and here is the defense behind him. The catcher will be Campbell, putting down the sides. At first, Chanel. At short, at second, Nishida. At short, Patelli. At third is Jeb, and in the outfield from left to right will be Pepe in left, McConnell in center, and Matuila in right. Well, Sam, the Harbor Hawks, one of the hottest teams on Cape, just 1 loss in their last 10 games. Quick, the key here for the YD Red Sox, coming off that forgettable 11-3 loss to Wareham.
Just bounce back. That's really all you can do is forget yesterday. That's the key to this game, is play the baseball game that you played for the first 18 games of the season and forget game number 19 because that's in the past. Hit your, play as well as you have offensively, play as well as you have defensively, and hope that you get a repeat outing from Connor Markle on the mound, who was outstanding his last start against Falmouth.
Connor Markle, the pitcher out of Grand Canyon University, who is in the headlines today as their head coach was hired away to USC. And I didn't have a chance to talk to Markle, but we were able to talk to Homer Bush Jr. He was a little surprised at the move. McKeon Park is a pretty even park, 320 down each lines and 395 to straightaway center as we get you set for YD baseball. It's game number 20 of the summer, and the Red Sox are looking for a win in their first matchup with the Harbor Hawks. YD with the red tops, the red shirt Friday tops here on Sunday. Cape Cod across the chest. American flag on the back of the uni. Numbers and Cape Cod in camo, outlined in black. First pitch. Left-handed bat of Caden Connor looks at a fastball for a strike. 91 according to the radar. For Hyannis, it's the pinstripes. Hyannis across the chest in orange in script, outlined in black. Numbers underneath the end of Hyannis. Here's the 0-1. Fastball misses inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Flag blowing gently out to right, about 79 degrees. And as has been the case all summer, absolutely gorgeous weather. Not a cloud in the sky. 1-1. Connor swings and misses. Another fastball. This one clocked up there at 93. In the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes with the bases empty and nobody out. We're just getting going here in the top of the first. Connor, who had 2 doubles yesterday for the Red Sox. 1-2. Fastball foul tipped into the glove of the catcher Campbell, and a strikeout to begin things. 4 straight fastballs from Brady McCullough as he picks up his first K on the first batter. And here's Hunter Haas. Attack, attack, attack. Right-handed batter of Haas looks down the left field line towards Scott Pickler and digs in. Hunter rocking a 6-game hitting streak. Base is empty, no score. Top 1 and 1 out. First pitch home. Haas takes a fastball at the knees for a strike. Home plate umpire today is Douglas Isham. Jeff Merzel is at first. Rudy Firnbach at third. Haas with a sleeve on that left arm. Here comes an 0-1. And he swings and taps one into center field. Right center field on a line for McConnell. Just off the end of the bat, but a high fastball home. Haas able to make contact. There's 2 away.
It's a good piece by Hunter Haas. Just flicked that fastball away and tried to split that right center field gap, but Cole McConnell closed ground on it nicely and called off Philip Matulia, who was also heading towards that baseball. But a guy who posts big strikeout numbers in McCall, always good to be able to square up a fastball early, even if it is right at someone. Gives you an idea that even if he's going to miss some bats, you can make some hard contact against him.
Wind blowing out. Here's the right-handed batter of Chase Mydroff with 2 gone and nobody out. Mydroff swings at the first pitch. He uppercuts one into right center field. Going over the center fielder, McConnell. He'll call off the right fielder, Matula, and make the catch. A awfully quick inning for Brady McCullough as he works through the top of the lineup at a blazing pace. We head to the bottom of the first. No score, 3 up, 3 down. T-Mobile is proud to sponsor the Cape Cod Baseball League. T-Mobile is committed to serve those who serve, and that's why they go above and beyond for our active duty military, first responders, and veterans. Visit your neighborhood T-Mobile store or T-Mobile.com to learn more. I'm Carlo Hyannis. To my right is my good friend Sam Lebowitz, welcoming you to the bottom of the first inning here at McKeon Park in Hyannis, Massachusetts, where the Orly Whitey Red Sox and the Hyannis Harbor Hawks face off for the first time in 2022. Let's get you the lineup for these Harbor Hawks from Hyannis. It begins with Mitch Jebb, the Michigan State product. He's playing third today. Tito Flores bats second out of Michigan. Nolan Channel bats third out of Florida Atlantic. Jacob Campbell cleans things up out of Illinois. Cole McConnell bats fifth from Louisiana Tech. Rocco Pepe out of Long Beach State bats sixth. 7, 8, 9, Dominic Patelli out of Miami. Philip Matulia out of Louisiana Tech. And Riku Nishida out of Oregon. Facing off against Connor Markle on the mound for the Whitey Red Sox, making his third appearance of the summer. Markle with a 2.07 ERA and 8 2/3, 10 strikeouts to his name. Left-handed pitcher looking towards the left-handed batter of Jebb as he spits to his right, stares back in from the third base side of the rubber, kicks and deals. And a swinging a ground ball right side. Second baseman Mydroff drifting to his left. Gloves throws to first. 1 pitch, 1 out. A good start for Markle. And we'll get you the rest of that defense. Mydroff at second, Bovey at first. It's Hunter Haas at short, Jordan Thompson at third. Fernando Gonzalez behind the plate. And from left to right in the outfield, Costello in left, Cole Keurig in center, Caden Connor in right. Triple C's in the outfield.
Coach Pickler likes his alliteration, Carlo.
Right-handed bat of Tito Flores digs in with 1 out and the base paths vacant in the bottom of the first. No score. Here comes Markle's offer. Change-up, catches the bottom of the zone. No balls and 1 strike. Flores has reached in all 16 games he has played in this summer. Here comes an 0-1. Fastball on the outside part of the plate. No balls and 2 strikes. Guy who just got a new head coach at Michigan, former Arizona State coach, Tracy Smith. was a second-team All-Big Ten outfielder. 0-2. Markle deals a fastball high. The count 1 ball and 2 strikes. The wind gust out to center. Good crowd on hand here in Hyannis. Of course, we expect good crowds today and tomorrow, July 4th. 1-2. Swing and a miss on the changeup. Scooped up in the dirt by Gonzalez. His throw to first at knee high for Mike Bovey. And there's the first strikeout for Connor Markle. And Sam, a guy who struggled in his first start, but really settled in the second. Looks calm, cool, and collected. 2 outs here in the bottom of the first, no score.
Oh, really good signs through the first 2 batters, a quick ground out and then getting a swinging strikeout on the changeup. The 2 things that Connor Markle does best: keep the ball on the ground and keep guys off balance with that change.
Lefty Nolan Shannell looks at a slider that misses away. No balls and 1 strike. Shannell in hits of 8 of his last 11 games holds the bat high above his head. Arms stretched out, 1 out. Swing and a miss on the changeup. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Markle's got now 11 strikeouts through his first now 9 1/3 this season. Had 8 in his 6 shutout frames last time out.
1-1, another change, another whiff. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Almost using it as a primary pitch to get ahead of guys so far. See if he pitches backwards and tries to blow a fastball by him now.
1-2 down the hill. There's the fastball and it misses away. And the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs, bases empty, bottom 1. No score between YD and Hyannis. First of a home and home between the Harbor Hawks and the Red Sox. 2-2. Slider misses low and away, and a full count, first full count to Nolan Shannell. The only matchups this weekend that are cross division. Here's the 3-2. Slider misses low. And there's a 2-out walk to Nolan Shannell that keeps the first inning alive. Scoreless game between Hyannis and YD. And here's Jacob Campbell out of Illinois.
Markle only walked 1 hitter in that outstanding start against Falmouth, but obviously the first start was a little more difficult command-wise, where he walked those 5 hitters in Bourne. We're hoping to see more of the Falmouth Connor Markle than the Bourne Connor Markle in this one.
Right in the bat of Jacob Campbell, looks at a first pitch, half swings and taps it foul towards the YD dugout. No balls and 1 strike, with 2 outs and Shannell at first. Mentioned earlier, this is the only cross-division rivalry. The way that the July 3rd, July 4th games are set up is you play the closest team in proximity in hopes to garner the largest crowds. 0-1. Fastball misses low and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. And even though Hyannis is in the west and YD is in the east, playing here today. 2 outs, leading at first. Shannell, hands on his knees as he takes a 3-step lead. Throw back to first. Markle says, I'm still thinking about you. Mike Bovey rocking the sunglasses, Sam. The sun is setting down the third baseline, so for Bovey, it is not a pleasant viewing. He's looking right into that sun. Eye black underneath that left eye. 2 streaks. 1-1. Changeup just misses below the knees. 2 balls and a strike to Campbell. And what looked like was going to be a quick inning for Markle, now behind to the 4-hole hitter with a runner at first. No score, YD and Hyannis. Campbell holds the bat also above his head. 2-1. Changeup drops in knee high. The Hyannis dugout not a fan.
They're griping because that was an awfully similar pitch to the previous one that was called a ball by Douglas Esham. But I think he got it right. I think both pitches had knees. Maybe the previous one was a little away. That one a little more on the plate.
Elbow guard on that left elbow for Campbell. Markle, a long stare, 2-2. Swinging a ground ball, snared by the pitcher, Markle. On 1 hop, he underhand flips to first and retires this side. 1 walk, 1 left on, no runs come across. We're through a frame, zeros across the board between YD and Hyannis. Cape Cod Veterinary Specialist offers premier emergency and specialty care for your pet when it matters most. Located in Buzzards Bay and Dennis. Learn more at CapeCodVetSpecialist.com. That's CapeCodVetSpecialist.com. Your pet, Sam.
My pet.
You got a pet?
If I need, yeah, I've got 2 at home, and then Carlo at the house we're staying at over the summer. There's 3 cats.
We are living with 3 other roommates, Greta, Chet, and Lily.
Outstanding cats. Each of them to varying degrees, but there's some good cats, Carlo.
They all have very unique personalities.
Very unique personalities.
Top 2 coming your way here at McKeon Park. The Whitey Red Sox visiting for the first time in 2022. No score through an inning, and here's Mike Bovey, the left-handed batter from Omaha. A guy, Sam, who is looking to get his swing back. 2 for 19 over his last 7 games. And his parents are here for the weekend. Talked to Mike in batting practice. Said mom and dad is in town. His father was a big influence in his career. His dad was the head coach at Hastings College for 24 years. Mike, that great swing, barrel Mike as they call him. See if he can catch a barrel in the top of the second. Bovey, Carrick, Bowser drew up against Brady McCullough, who looked very good in his 7-pitch top of the first. No score, YD and Hyannis as we begin the second. First pitch home. Bovey looks at a fastball. It catches the outside part of the plate. No balls and 1 strike. It is a packed house here at Hyannis. A 1. Bovey swings, rolls one on the ground. Backhand dive by the shortstop, Nishida. It goes under his glove, and then it's into center field. A base hit for Mike Bovey. And a good start to the top of the second for the Whitey Red Sox. They have the go-ahead run aboard. Here's Cole Carrick.
Well, Mike trying to get out of a slump, and they call him Barrel Mike. They might as well call him Hog Mike after that one, because that was a hard-on ground, as they call it. That's a term that my high school baseball team used. He hit that ball very sharply on the ground, and Nishida made an excellent effort to get to it, but just hit too hard, and Nishida not enough length to reach it.
Carrick, a switch hitter, batting from the left side. With Bovey at first and nobody out. Opening offering to him, he comes out swinging and pops one up foul back towards the parking lot. No balls and 1 strike to him. No score between Hyannis and YD. The Red Sox beating the Harbor Hawks in all 3 matchups a season ago, but that was a very different Hyannis team. A team that won just 8 games. They've already won 10 this summer. Wide stance for Carrick. A 1. Fastball off the outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bovey at first, nobody out. Mike has stolen 2 bases this summer. It's not world-class speed, but he can steal.
He can sneak one.
Catcher today, Campbell for Hyannis behind the plate. 1-1 to Carrick, and he swings and misses at a fastball. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Jacob Campbell has thrown out 4 base stealers, Sam. That's the most on Cape. 11 have attempted against him. Of course, there's about 8 guys tied with 3. A little early to call somebody the best behind the plate, but right now Campbell can claim himself that he's thrown out the most base stealers. Nobody out, 1-2. Carrick reaches for one. Did he go? No. Third base umpire Rudy Firmbach, who's playing up the middle because of the runner at first, waves his hands. 2 balls and 2 strikes here to Carrick with nobody out. No score. Bovey at first. YD trying to grab the first run of their first game against the Hyannis Harbor Hawks. Clear skies, a light breeze, and a great day for baseball on July 3rd. Snapback throw to first. Bovey in on a head-first dive, but almost took this bag into the stomach. Kind of overshot it.
It's a little closer to the bag than I think he realized.
I mean, you got a lot of them over there, Gary. You get number 4 today, Gary?
2-2. Carrick swings and misses at a fastball. Second strikeout for McCullough. It was going to that heater. And with 1 out and a runner at first, here's the designated hitter, Drew Bowser, from the farm. That's Stanford.
Haven't really seen any of the breaking balls yet from McCullough, mostly fastball changeup through the first 5 hitters, but he's looked pretty crisp.
Bowser, a right-handed batter. Bovee, arms dangling by his side, leads at first with 1 out. First pitch, Bowser pops one up, straight back. No balls and 1 strike. One thing you notice about Mike, Sam, is he holds his gloves in his hands, even when he runs. Does not put them in the back pocket. He's got them in his right hand, and when he takes a lead, he'll exchange them to the left. A little nuanced thing that Mike does. Don't see a lot of guys grip their batting gloves while they're taking a lead. 0-1. Bowser takes a slider above the zone. 1 ball and 1 strike with 1 on and 1 out. No score between the YD Red Sox, the Hyannis Harbor Hawks.
Well, if Mike is going to dive head first into a bag, he better lead with the empty hand, because you don't want to go knuckles first with that tight grip on those batting gloves. That would hurt a lot.
1-1 to Bowser. And he looks at a fastball low. 2 balls and a strike. Drew still looking for his first RBI of the summer. Did have his first hit yesterday against Wareham. A returning Red Sox who hit 194 a season ago on the Cape. Here's a 2-1. Curveball misses high. 3 balls and a strike. Long hold there from the catcher, Campbell, but Douglas Isham not enticed. Banners across the outfield fence here at McKeon Park, down the left field and right field line. None in center. And a blue padding atop the fence. 1 out, runner at first, 3-1. Bowser swings and fouls one back to the screen. And the count runs full, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Drew's had a couple of pitches to hit in this at-bat. I'm sure he'd tell you that of the 2 foul balls, he probably should have at least turned one of those around. Both fastballs that caught some plate. Still trying to get his feet under him on Cape Cod in his 3rd game, but should be an important piece for the Red Sox. And if he gets hot, watch out. Guy with a lot of pop.
Bovee leads at first after his leadoff single. 3-2. He's running, and it's a breaking ball high. A walk to Drew Bowser. On to second goes Bovee. Runner in scoring position in a scoreless top of the 2nd inning between YD and Hyannis. And an RBI opportunity for Jordan Thompson. And this is one of the areas this YD Red Sox team has struggled this summer, Sam. Despite being atop the Eastern Division, they hit just .222 with runners in scoring position. That needs to be higher.
And that's the kind of thing that will go up and down as the season progresses, and it'll even out for you, you hope, over the course of a full season.
Right-handed batter looks on towards McCullough. Kicks and deals, half swing, and a strike on the outside part of the plate. Just nicks the edge, 92 on the board. Jordan Thompson was 0 for 1 in a pinch-hitting opportunity yesterday. Picked up 4 RBIs at Chatham earlier in the week. McCullough looks at second, 0-1. Thompson swings and misses. Slider gets him to chase. No balls and 2 strikes. With Bovee at second and Drew Bowser at first. Not a cloud in the sky as a bird soars over the top of McKeon Park. A light breeze out to right. Jordan Thompson, who has those all-white gloves and 2 armbands on that right arm, trying to get a hit. 1-2. Swing and a miss. High fastball. He strikes out. Thompson gone on another K. That's 3 now for McCullough. All of them swinging. And it's up to Jack Costello to try to salvage the leadoff single Bovee had. Costello starting to get into his own here on the Cape. Hits in 5 of his last 6 games. Two on, 2 out. First pitch to the right-handed batter. Slider that paints the outside part of the plate. No balls and 1 strike. Bovee with his gloves in his right hand at second. Bowser at first. An oven mitt glove on that left arm. Defense is playing back with 2 outs. YD looking to break the scoreless tie. 0-1. Costello takes a fastball up and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. First matchup of the summer between these two teams, and the last new team the Red Sox see. Sure, the scouting department and us are very happy about that. Cut down on the late nights. Here's the 1-1. Swinging a pop-up straight off the top of the screen behind us. It's a brick backing, similar to Bourne, Orleans, Chatham, with some pads about 20 feet behind the plate, so it should bounce pretty hard, especially on these 93-mile-an-hour fastballs from McCullough. And a 1-2 count, looking for his fourth strikeout.
It's not a very deep backstop either, Carlo.
Not at all. 2 on, 2 out, a 1-2 count. Can Costello come through for the Red Sox? And McCullough looks back at second. Bovee back on his feet. Fernando Gonzalez is on deck, the 9-hole hitter. Costello stares on. McCullough looks at second. 1-2. Fastball got him right on that left elbow. Made a big sound, but I think that's because it got the padding. So Costello, if there was a place to hit him, he likes that as he snares it on the left elbow. And now home plate umpire Douglas Isham wants to talk to his crew.
I think it pretty clearly hit him. Carlo, from our perspective here, just off to the right of home plate down the first baseline, that pretty clearly hit the plastic padding that hit off the elbow pad. And they are going to, after a quick conversation, point him over to first base. It's the correct call. The bat in that plastic pad make different sounds, and that was a firm knock on plastic.
Well, we got our sounds figured out, and now let's see if Whitey can get a run. No score between the Red Sox and Hyannis. Bases are loaded for Fernando Gonzalez, a Red Sox team that has 1 hit on the summer with the bases loaded. Can they get another? Right-handed batter Gonzalez looks on. McCullough stares in, peeks over the top of the glove, kicks and deals. Gonzalez takes a fastball at the top of the zone. No balls and 1 strike. 93 on the radar. Here comes an 0-1 down the hill. Fastball high. 1 ball, 1 strike.
McCullough opting to pitch out of the windup with the bases loaded. Some guys like to do that. Keeps them a little more composed and in their mechanics with guys on base, because you don't figure someone's going to be stealing, but it will give the hitters an extra second or 2 of their extended leads.
1-1. Slider just gets the outside part of the plate. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Bovee, the go-ahead run, is at third, and second Bowser at first Costello. Fernando Gonzalez trying to come through with 2 outs and give Whitey a lead in a scoreless top 2. McCullough's 1-2 to the plate. Fastball at the knees, strike 3 call. Douglas Isham rings up Fernando Gonzalez, and Brady McCullough leaves him loaded and strikes out the side here in the second. Whitey gets 1 hit, leaves 3 stranded. We head to the bottom of the second inning here at McKeon Park. No score between Whitey and Hyannis. As a proud sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League, the Mass State Lottery is celebrating the games we love playing. From the baseball diamond to the many lottery games that help support all 351 cities and towns across the Commonwealth. So here's to 50 years of winning and 50 more. We welcome you into the bottom of the second inning here at McKeon Park. The Whitey Red Sox make their first trip to downtown Hyannis, taking on the Hyannis Harbor Hawks. No score. We begin the bottom of the second, and it's the left-handed bat of Cole McConnell facing Connor Markle. Opening offering, and McConnell has to back up on a slider that misses inside. And Douglas Isham behind the plate, stretching out. Looked like he might have taken that baseball off the right thigh. And Fernando Gonzalez, the catcher, is now going to go by Isham some more time as he walks out to Markle. Just being a good catcher. Always want to have the umpire on your side, Sam. Even though Isham just rung up Fernando Gonzalez with the bases loaded to end the top of the second.
I'm sure no bad blood between those two. It's a relationship that matters more on the defensive side than your offensive side. Because maybe you get those same calls if you're the catcher.
1-0. McConnell looks. And a slider at the knees. 1 ball, 1 strike.
That's exactly what we're talking about. That's a borderline pitch at the knees. And Fernando held it an extra beat, and Isham said, yeah, I think so.
1-1. Slider catches low and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Same pitch. Why not keep it there if he's going to call it there?
Do you throw it again?
Maybe give him something else to look at, but if he has to throw another, why not go back to it?
1-2. Swing and a miss. He goes back to it, and there's a swinging strike 3. Second strikeout for Connor Markle. And there's 1 away to begin the bottom of the second inning. Here's Rocco Pepe.
That's a good sequence there by Markle. He did go to the same location, but he took a little bit off the pitch. That was only at 73 miles an hour. Got him well out in front. Pulled the string, so to speak, on that changeup.
Right-handed bat of Pepe looks towards Markle, who deals a fastball away. 1 ball and no strikes. No score between Whitey and Hyannis. We're in the bottom of the second inning. Pepe out of Long Beach State, teammates with Whitey's Johnny Long as the 1-0 skips in the dirt. 2 balls and no strikes. Rocco led the Big West in a stat, Sam, that I'm not sure how much pride you could take in, but he was hit by 19 pitches, which led the Big West.
Helps the on-base percentage.
2-0 in the dirt. Looked like the changeup there from Markle. 3 balls and no strikes. Pepe on his toes in the batter's box. A bat with a bright orange barrel. Kind of leans back. Really activating the quads. Base is empty, 1 out, no score. Here's the 3-0. He shows bunt and takes a strike down Broadway. 3 balls and 1 strike. There's the fastball from Markle. Hitting 200 this summer is Rocco. 3-1. Swing and a miss on the change. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Markle works 3-0 to 3-2. Second 3-2 count against a Hyannis hitter. He walked Nolan Shannell. 3-2. Swinging a ground ball on 2 hops. Snapped by the second baseman Mydroff. He pirouettes, fires to first in time. A nice play by Chase on a hot shot right to him. And there's 2 gone. So here's Dominic Patelli out of Miami, Florida with 2 outs. And the base pass clears of Harbor Hawks. The outfield will adjust slightly. Jordan Thompson moving towards the left field line against the left-handed batter of Patelli. With 2 gone, no score, bottom 2. First pitch, Patelli appraises a fastball on the inside part of the plate. No balls and 1 strike, 89 from Markle. Patelli rocking some bright orange shoes. 0-1. Changeup just misses low and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. In orange batting gloves. Those Miami colors somewhat align with the Harbor Hawk colors. 1-1. Swing and a miss on the changeup. 1 ball and 2 strikes. No hits for Hyannis, 1 for YD. No score in the bottom of the second inning. Douglas Isham Home plate umpire working out that right leg. 1-2. Swinging a tapper, just foul down the first base line. Dominic Patelli, who hit .249 this past season at Miami. A guy who's trying to simplify things at the plate. Marco wants to work through the signs again. Defense straight away. Here's the 1-2. Fastball just misses away. Fernando Gonzalez thought that might be strike 3. He popped up to throw to Jordan Thompson at third. Douglas Isham, who thinks about the strike zone, he takes his time. Nobody on, 2-2 count, no score. Here it comes. Swinging a foul down the left field line. Over towards the bandstand, which is full. Then there's another group of stands to the right of the main one that are in blue. People can see down the third base line over the hill. There's also a bunch of chairs set up. Another 2-2 from Markle. Swinging a hot shot right at the first baseman, Mike Bovey, who with the sunglasses on is able to snare it for the out. That does it for the bottom of the second inning. Markle goes 1-2-3. Third frame coming your way here at McKeon Park. No score between YD and Hyannis.
Welcome to full season ball. Here's Jacob DeGrom.
Well, hello from Captain Parker's Pub over in West Yarmouth on Route 28. This entire crew from Captain Parker's wants to give you a big salute to Cape Cod baseball, especially the young players that have dedicated so much time and effort to baseball, America's pastime. So join us for lunch or dinner or just a bowl of our world-famous clam chowder. Captain Parker is easy to find, but Sam, awfully hard to leave.
We haven't tried it ourselves yet, Carlo, but we got to get there and try that clam chowder. We've been doing a little bit of a clam chowder tour, trying some of the different places, trying to find our favorites in our summer on Cape Cod.
Some good places out here. Lefty Caden Connor looks at a first pitch fastball high as we begin the top of the third inning. 1 ball and no strikes to him, and no score between the YD Red Sox and the Hyannis Harbor Hawks. Only hit of the day belongs to Mike Bovey, who gets an at-bat if somebody reaches. Here's the 1-0. Connor slices one down the third base line, just over the grandstand. Full house here at Hyannis, just off the downtown. Very accessible ballpark. And a nice little downtown here in Hyannis, Massachusetts. Our first time visiting. 1-1. So we're going to foul tap into the glove of Campbell to count 1 ball and 2 strikes. Another fastball from McCullough. That's all he threw against Caden Connor in the first at-bat. Struck him out swinging. Just the 7th strikeout of the summer for Caden. Standing back in the box, the bat bouncing off his shoulder. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Another high fastball. Another strikeout. 5th of the day for Brady McCullough. And here's Hunter Haas with 1 gone and nobody on in the top of the third. No score, Hyannis and YD. Hunter, who made good contact in his first at-bat, sent one on a line to right center that McConnell was able to gobble up. First pitch, Haas shows bunt, bluffs it, and takes a strike. Fastball catches far side of the plate. No balls and 1 strike. Wind has quieted here at McKeon Park. The flag in right center gently blowing. An 0-1. Haas pops one up straight back towards the snack shack in the count. No balls and 2 strikes. No score, YD and Hyannis. The lights are on, even though it is plenty bright here at McKeon Park. Shadows starting to creep on the field down the left field line. McCullough peeks over the top of the glove. 0-2. Swinging a pop up straight back towards the soccer field behind the YD fans down the first base line. No balls and 2 strikes. Haas has been swinging the bat awfully well as of late. Batting out of this 2-spot, Sam, he looks really comfortable. Bat swinging in a circle above his head. 0-2. And he leaves a good slider. Check swing does not go, says Rudy Firmbach. And the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Haas taps the plate twice wearing those red Franklin gloves. 1-2. And he swings and fouls one straight back to the netting. Loose netting here at Hyannis, Sam. It's not very knot, so the ball kind of catches in.
I still feel pretty protected.
Me too. Ball comes right at us, I will definitely lean back. But I feel protected. 1-2 down the hill. Haas swings and pops one up straight over our heads. And a little bit of a battle here between Hunter Haas and Brady McCullough.
This is something that Hunter does well. He's not a huge strikeout guy. Guy who, usually when he throws the bat at the baseball, he makes some contact and proving a tough battle for Brody McCullough here.
McCullough likes the second pitch. 1-2. Big breaking ball. Catches the top of the zone. Strike 3 call. Hunter Haas hangs out in that batter's box a couple seconds. He's not so sure. And there's the 6th strikeout for Brady McCullough, his 3rd in a row. And the last 5 outs McCullough has recorded have been via the strikeout. A big strikeout there to put 2 on the board with the bases empty. No score between YD and Hyannis. Here's Chase Mydroff, who flew out to center on the first pitch he saw. Opening offering. Mydroff looks at a fastball up and away. The count 1 ball and no strikes. After a 7-pitch first inning, Sam, this will be the 44th pitch of the day for McCullough with 2 outs in the top of the 3rd. 1-0, fastball nicks the high part of the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. Mydroff, a guy who usually makes pitchers work in a 1-1 count with 2 outs and nobody out. Here it comes. Slider misses off the outside. And low, 2 balls and a strike. Light breeze here at McKeon. Feels like we're in San Diego. Chase Mydroff, the University of San Diego hitter, looking to get a hit. 2-1. He takes a changeup on the inside part of the plate. 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs. And right now, doesn't seem like these YD Red Sox are in full agreement with Douglas Esham's strike zone. Cola stares on, looking for his 3rd straight scoreless inning. 2-2. Check swing on a fastball away. Ball 3. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Mydroff. No appeal by Campbell. Mydroff has reached in 11 straight with these YD Red Sox. Payoff pitch. And he swings and fights a high fastball off, straight back and foul. And awaits another full count offering. Mike Bovey, who has the only hit of the day for either side, is on deck. McCullough facing home. He kicks. 3-2. Swing and a miss on the slider. Mydroff strikes out. That's now 4 straight strikeouts, and for the 2nd straight frame, Brady McCullough strikes out the side. He finishes the 3rd with 7 of them to his name. Bottom of the 3rd inning coming your way here on the Cape Cod Broadcast Network. Whole lot of swing and misses here at McKeon Park. No score between YD and Hyannis. MP Sports Cards is proud to sponsor the Kids Baseball Clinics. If you're a sports card collector, be sure to stop by and check out the latest releases, graded cards, supplies, and more. A local favorite for your hobby enthusiasts across Massachusetts. And, of course, your Cape Cod Baseball League. Stop in our store and mention code Red Sox to get one free pack of 2022 Topps Baseball Update with any purchase. Some exclusions apply. Visit us at 71 Main Street in Carver, Massachusetts, or online at mpsportscards.com. I'm Carlo Hyannis. I'm being told the guy to my right, Sam Lebowitz. Bottom of the third inning between YD and the Hyannis Harbor Hawks.
That's what they tell me, Carlo.
Sources can confirm. Here is the left-handed bat of Philip Matulia. First pitch to him, and he takes it on the right cap and jogs down to first. Markle throws a breaking ball. That's the changeup that doesn't draw the plate and instead hits the leg. Second batter to reach today for Hyannis. The first time they've had a leadoff guy aboard. The go-ahead run in the bottom of the third inning. No score between these two teams, and Rico Nishida, a Hyannis favorite out of Miyagi, Japan, on his way to Oregon from Mount Hood. He gives a nod and a tip of the cap of Douglas Isham, and the left-handed batter digs in. Defense in double play depth, with Matula leading at first. And nobody out. First pitch, a bunt. Beautifully down the first baseline. Scooped up by Markle. Only throw is to first, a little high. Snagged by the first baseman, Bovey. On to second goes Matula. And Riku Nishida does a good job to reach. There's one away.
Little small ball, but for a guy who's only 5'6" and who makes his living by putting bat on baseball, totally a small ball type guy, and that was a well-executed bunt by Nishida, who made it a tough play along the first baseline for Connor Markle, who spun and really flung one to first base with everything he had behind it and nearly took Mike Bovey's glove off his hand.
Lineup card flips. It's lefty Mitch Jebb. Looks at a first pitch changeup in the dirt. No ball, 1 ball and no strikes. At second is Philip Matula. The go-ahead run in a scoreless bottom of the third. Garner Markle hit him with a pitch. He's only thrown just 3 pitches in this frame, facing his third batter. Snap back throw to second, almost gets away from the shortstop Hunter Haas, who lunges to his left to snare it with the leather. Count remains at 1 ball and no strikes. No tag applied, and on in a headfirst slide was Philip Matula. Matula has stolen 2 bases this summer. Decent speed at second and a very healthy lead. Markle's 1-0. Runner starts and stops. Change up in the dirt. No throw from Fernando Gonzalez, who snares it and asks for time and a new baseball. 2 balls and no strikes. A light breeze here in Hyannis. The Harbor Hawks in the pinstripes. A team that has won 10 games this summer, sits second in the Western Division. They finished last on Cape in 2021 with just 8 wins. Started the first half of the season with just 2. 2-0. Fastball misses up and in. And the count, 3 balls and no strikes. Markle in the hole. First base is open. Tito Flores is on deck. Mitch Jebb on a 7-game hitting streak. Third longest on Cape. And it is active. 9 for his last 27. 3-0. Fastball low. A walk on 4 pitches to Mitch Jebb puts 2 on and just 1 away. And Markle now has to work with traffic on the base paths. Matula at second. And here's Tito Flores, who struck out swinging his first time up. Good thing for Markle, Sam, and we heard Bryce Robinson talk about it earlier in this week, is he's got a good defense behind him. Turned 3 double plays at Orleans a couple days ago. Markle bent at the waist, stares in, facing the right-handed batter of Flores. He looks at second and deals. Swing and a miss, well out in front on the changeup. Flores goes fishing, no balls and 1 strike. Mentioned the hitting streak for Jebb at first. Tito Flores owns the longest hitting streak of the summer at 11. It is over, but he's got hits in each of his last 4. 0-1, runners both go. In there for a strike, throw on to third in time. Fernando Gonzalez guns down the lead runner and Philip Matula. It's 0-2 as that changeup dropped in. Onto second goes Mitch Jebb. And once again, one of the best defensive catchers on Cape, able to gun down a runner.
And after he threw that baseball, he kind of walked away from home plate a little bit and just shook his head as if, I don't know why these guys even bother.
Gonzalez has now thrown out 3 base stealers this summer. Still the go-ahead run in scoring position, but now 2 outs on the board. Bottom of the 3rd, no score between Whitey and Hyannis. And it looks like one of the coaches for Hyannis wants to ask about the count. I believe it should be no balls and 2 strikes. It currently sits at 0-1. And time is called. And now we're going to get a conversation between third base coach for Hyannis and Douglas Isham. Jebb at second. The leadoff hitter who has stolen 7 bases this summer. He's got fantastic speed. And Flores is up to try to bring him home. Inning started with Philip Matula being hit by a pitch. Nishida put down a bunt to move him to second. Jebb was walked on 4 pitches, but then in a double steal, Fernando Gonzalez, a cannon of a right arm, threw out Matula trying to take third. A good tag applied by Jordan Thompson. Looks like after the conversation, the count holds a 1 ball and 1 strike to the righty Flores. With Jebb at second. Flag blowing quietly to the left, 1-1. Swinging a pop-up just off the end of the bat towards second. Chase Mydroff with his heels on the outfield grass. The second baseman hauls it in, and Connor Markle gets out of the traffic as he exhales, hopping the first base chalk. That does it through 3. No score, just 1 hit, and Sam Lebowitz will take you through the meat of this one, 4, 5, and 6 here at McKeon Park. Whitey and Hyannis scoreless through 3.
Hey, Sox fans, have you ever thought about buying or selling a home? Emily Shemansky of the Salty Dog Group is your pet-friendly neighborhood realtor. As part of the team at the Keller Williams Realty of Cape Cod and the Islands, Emily is your go-to resource for home buying and selling. Call Emily Shemansky at 508-221-0196 or visit thesaltydoggroup.kw.com. That's thesaltydoggroup.kw.com. We welcome you back to McKeon Park here in downtown Hyannis. Sam Lebowitz alongside Carlo Jimenez taking you through the top of the fourth inning in a scoreless game between the Harbor Hawks and the Red Sox, who come to bat against Brody McCullough. First pitch home to Mike Bovey. He takes in the dirt a fastball. Bovey has the lone hit of this game for either side as he grounded a single up the middle his first time through. It'll be Bovey followed by Cole Carrig and Drew Bowser for the Red Sox 4 through 6. 1-0 to Bovey. Fastball outside corner strike. Count even. Been a lot of strikeouts through the first 3 frames for Brody McCullough. He has picked up 7 Ks, including the last 4 hitters. As he steps off and he'll get a new sign. The last 6 outs he's recorded all via the strikeout. 1-1. Taken in the dirt, a changeup. Skips into the catcher, Jacob Campbell, who tosses the Pearl back to the Wingate right-hander, who's allowed a single, a hit by pitch, and a walk. All 3 of those came in the second inning. He stranded the bases loaded. And he deals a 2-1 to the lefty. Off-speed pitch, misses high and away. And Bovey ahead in the count, 3-1. Bovey came into this one just 2 for his last 19, trying to build on a single in his first at-bat. Here's a 3-1. Curveball and a beauty. It drops in to make the count full on the slugger out of Nebraska, Omaha, who is 5th on Cape Cod with 12 walks and 2nd in on-base percentage. 3-2. Tapped up to the first base side. Shaniel, the first baseman, Fields will take it to the bag himself for the first out. So a good at-bat by Mike Bovey, but he is set aside for the first out, and Cole Carrig will be the hitter. Carrig worked a long-term at-bat before striking out his first time. Bovey's strikeout does accomplish the feat of breaking the small 4-batter strikeout string. Carrig, the center fielder, switch hitter batting left against the right-handed Brody McCullough, who he himself is in a bit of a slide as of late. First pitch coming to him is roped down the right field line. That ball's going to sit just foul. So a good piece of contact for Cole Carrig, but he can't straighten it out. It'll be an 0-1 count. Cole is just 6 out of his last 33 after he started nearly hitting 500. He started 10 for 22, just 6 hits since then over his last 12 games, as his average down below 300 for the first time this season, hitting 291 coming into this game with a homer, 5 driven in for the first team All-Mountain West honoree who hit 432 in conference play this year. 0-1. Swing and a miss out in front of a changeup. That change has been the primary off-speed pitch for McCullough in this outing. Has flashed the curveball only a couple times, has thrown some pretty good sliders as well. And a hole for Cole Carrig, who chokes up on an 0-2. Here it comes, and it's rolled up the first baseline and foul. And I think Carrig may have broken his bat. He'll get a new piece of lumber as he takes a stroll to the Red Sox dugout up the first baseline and will appraise a new piece of wood. Finds one to his liking and heads back to the batter's box. But not before getting some pine tar. Make sure it's sticky for the hands, Carlo.
Saw Homer Bush lose his bat twice in his first game here. Cole, when he was at batting practice today, was looking for the 60 substance as well to make sure he hangs on to the bat.
Some of these Red Sox rocking brand new batting gloves. Cole among those guys with a fresh set of gloves, making sure that they are appropriate to his liking and will stay on that bat. And time called at home plate before another 0-2. The infield plays Carrick straight up. He sprays the ball to all fields. The outfield straight up as well. No shift against Carrick with the long blonde hair. The 0-2 is fouled off left side over the grandstand down the third baseline. Scoreless game, top half of the fourth here at McKeon Park. The Red Sox and the Harbor Hawks playing the first of 4 this summer and the first of 2 in a home-and-home series over July 4th. Here on a beautiful Sunday evening from Hyannis. Another 0-2. Swing and a miss. He got him reaching on a changeup. There's another strikeout for McCullough, his 8th already in this game. And the second time he's gotten Carrick swinging. And with 2 out and none on, Drew Bowser will try to start a rally for the Red Sox. Bowser took a walk his first time through. We're waiting on the power stroke from the right-handed slugger from Stanford. And the first pitch to the Cardinal. He takes a strike at the knees. With Stanford this year, Drew Bowser hit 18 home runs, which was a collegiate career high in his 2 seasons. 0-1, taken away, a fastball. Bowser was considered a top draft prospect in 2020. Perhaps the shortened 5-round draft hurt his chances. No team took him. He went off to Stanford. 1-1, taken away. He may have checked his swing on a slider, but safe. No swing is the call by Jeff Merzel up the first baseline.
There's got to be some great options. Either you get drafted or you get to go to Stanford.
2-1 to Bowser. Is chopped towards short. Patelli, the shortstop, fields it on the run. His throw to first is in time. And that ends the inning. Red Sox go in order here in the top of the fourth against Brody McCullough, who is on total cruise control early in this one. Bottom 4 coming up. Scoreless game between the Harbor Hawks and the Red Sox. Redshirt Friday is a national program created to acknowledge, honor, and support our troops and first responders who put themselves in harm's way to defend our freedom. In support of this program, the YD Red Sox and all Cape League teams will be wearing a specially designed red jersey every Friday. It's brought to you by Zephyr Hats, the Massachusetts State Lottery, and OT Sports. Support our troops and first responders. Join us by wearing red each Friday. Connor Markle heads back to the mound, bottom of the fourth in a scoreless game. And the first Harbor Hawk he faces is Nolan Shaniel, who takes one in the dirt for ball 1. Red Sox wearing their Red Shirt Friday jerseys today, despite it being a Sunday. Perhaps they just like the look. Harbor Hawks in their pinstriped white unis as the 1-0 heads home again low. Another off-speed pitch to the left-hand hitting Shaniel, who took a walk his first time through. He's ahead 2-0. Here is a 2-0. Low and in. Count 3-0 from Connor Markle to the slugger out of Florida Atlantic University, who already is up to 4 home runs this season. Hands held way high in a tall stance. Here's the 3-0. Fastball in at the knees for strike 1. Markle has yet to allow a hit through the first 3 frames of this game. He has walked a pair, Shaniel being one of those. Infield shifted right. Here's a 3-1. Taken just off the outside corner, a fastball, and there's the third walk and the second to Nolan Shaniel. Leadoff base runner for the Harbor Hawks. The second straight inning, they've had the leadoff man aboard. And it brings up the catcher, Jacob Campbell, right-hand hitter out of Illinois Champlain. Campbell, the catcher, hit a comebacker his first time. The first pitch home is in the dirt, blocked by Gonzalez. No advance by Shaniel. Mentioned the red shirt Friday jerseys for the Red Sox. The third time they've worn them this season. The Red Sox are 2-0 in these jerseys thus far, with Cape Cod across the chest in script, in camo, an American flag on the upper left chest. Red Sox wearing their standard red road caps and white pants. 1-0. Misses down and away. A fastball, and Fernando Gonzalez will go and talk to his left-hander. That's 6 balls out of the first 7 pitches in this 4th inning, and with the way Brody McCullough is throwing, you don't want to take any chances. John Raiola is going to go out and talk to his left-hander as well while Gonzalez is out there, and Red Sox will send someone down to the bullpen and start throwing a ball around. Get you who that is in a moment. Can tell you it's a right-hander. Both pitchers have been outstanding so far. Only 1 hit combined through the first 3.5 frames. It belongs to Mike Bovey, just a single. Conversation on the mound is done. And we'll reset with the Illinois catcher back in the batter's box against the left-hander out of Grand Canyon University, Connor Markle, who will try to dig out of a 2-0 hole. Campbell comes into this one a .250 hitter. 2-0, swinging a foul tip, held by Gonzalez for strike 1. Markle sets above the belt, 2-1. Check swing and a miss. He went around on an off-speed pitch. And the count runs even, 2-2. Good job by Markle to get back in this count. After he fell behind 2-0, now a 2-2 count. Runner on first, no outs. Scoreless game, bottom of the 4th between the Harbor Hawks and the Red Sox. Sets at the chest and a check over on Shaniel at first. It's Owen Hackman who has gotten working for the Red Sox in the bullpen, the right-hander out of Loyola Marymount University. Jacob Campbell, who had 8 home runs for the Illini this year. Another check at first. That actually led Illinois. And that team-leading home run number helped out because of a stretch in which he homered in 5 consecutive games through the end of April. 2-2. Swing and a miss. He got him fishing on a changeup away. Markle strikes out Campbell. 3rd K for Connor Markle. A big first out here in this 4th inning. Shaniel holding it first. And Cole McConnell, the center fielder, who was a strikeout victim his first time. A left-hand hitter digs in. Infield plays him slightly towards right. First pitch home. It's a slider that drops in over the inside corner for strike 1. Sunlight still very much in play here at McKeon Park. The light stanchions are on, but they're not affecting the field yet. 0-1 is nubbed at the plate, a foul right off the thigh of Cole McConnell. The sun setting over the third baseline behind the grandstands. And still illuminating this field. I don't often keep my sunglasses on this late into the games, but they are still on my face, Carlo.
They look good.
Thank you. I'm on the aviator wave after Top Gun. 0-2. Just, and I mean just, off the outside corner. A fastball that Douglas Isham said missed.
The new wave, or the new popular movie, the new Minion movie. Have you been able to see it, Sam?
I have not, Carlo. I think I'll save my movie ticket for the new Thor movie that comes out this week.
Okay.
1-2. Off-speed pitch, and it rode up and in and hits him right on the back. McConnell takes it in the letters, the numbers, and heads down to first base with a free ticket. Harbor Hawks will have runners at first and second. Second hit by pitch for Markle in this game. He hit Philip Matulia in the last half inning. And a bit of a jam for Markle to work out of. A right-hand hitter here in Rocco Pepe. Pepe grounded to second, but hit it hard his first time through with his two-tone bat, orange barrel, blue handle, and a deep crouch. First one. Ground ball right back to Markle. Can he turn this? Takes a little time getting it out of glove for one. Relay to first, not in time. A close play at first, but safe is the call according to Jeff Merzel. A fielder's choice, 1-4-3. Shaniel moves to third. McConnell erased on the base paths. Pepe safe on at first. And the runners are at the corners for Dominic Patelli, the shortstop, the left-hand hitter who lined out to the first baseman, Bovey, his first time through. Markle trying to keep this game scoreless and work out of the jam. First one. Patelli squares and drops down a bunt. Tough play. Markle fields his place to first. Not in time. Safe there. Runner heads to third. Haas beats him there. The tag. He is out at third base. Pepe trying to advance first to third on the bunt hit after the run scores because of a vacant base, but Hunter Haas, a heads-up play, racing him to the bag, catching the throw from Bovey at first, and applying the tag to a sprawling, diving Pepe. It's the third out of the inning. The run does score and count, and the Harbor Hawks lead 1-0 as we head to the fifth. Red Sox baseball brought to you by Giardino's Family Restaurant, a Cape Cod tradition. Same family and location for 52 years. Giardino's is part of the community, giving back to many and various organizations, and as part of the recognition, a Yarmouth Little League field is named in honor of their dad, who founded the business in 1970. Giardino's is a family-oriented operation serving a wide-range menu, sure to please everyone. Give them a try, you will come back. At 242 Main Street on Route 28 in West Yarmouth, or visit giardinosfamilyrestaurant.com. We enter the 5th inning, and Jordan Thompson will lead it off for the Red Sox, who now trail 1-0 to the Hyannis Harbor Hawks here at McKeon Park. First pitch to Jordan Thompson from Brody McConnell, a fastball that dots the outside corner at 89. McConnell has been excellent. 8 strikeouts through the first 4 innings, including a swinging strike out of Jordan Thompson. His first time through would be Thompson, Jack Costello, Fernando Gonzalez, the bottom third of the Red Sox order. 0-1 to Thompson. Curveball sits high. And a count 1-1 on the LSU infielder, who's in at third base for the Red Sox. The reps at shortstop have been tough to come by for Jordan because of Hunter Haas's strong play on both sides of the ball as of late. 1-1 is put up in the air out to shallow right. The second baseman, Nishida, calling and catching for the first out. So Thompson set away. And Jack Costello, who was plunked on the elbow by a fastball his first time through, but Jack is fine because that ball went exactly where Jack would have liked it to on a hit by pitch. It hit right off the elbow guard, protecting his left elbow. Right-hand hitter steps back in. And the first pitch home to him is a curveball that buckles the knees and drops in strike 1. Red Sox with just 1 hit. Each team with just 1 hit. 0-1. Another curveball, another strike called. Count quickly 0-2 on Jack Costello, who comes in a .214 hitter. Does have hits in 5 of his last 6 games. Went 1 for 4 against Orleans back on July 1st, the last time he got into a game for the Red Sox. 0-2. Swing and a miss. Got him in the dirt with a changeup. Trickles away from Campbell. He'll throw to first base a little high, but staying on the bag is Nolan Shaniel for the putout. Another strikeout for Brody McCullough, his 9th. 2 out, nobody on for the Red Sox here in the top half of the 5th. As we move closer and closer to the back half of this game. Fernando Gonzalez steps in. He took a called third strike his last time through. That came with the bases loaded. And McCullough's first one home to him. Another curveball, another called strike. Looks like McCullough's second time through this order is really featuring that curveball more, after primarily fastballs and changeups through the first 3 innings of his outing. Now much more with the breaking balls. 0-1 home is foul tipped right off the chest protector of Jacob Campbell. Count quickly 0-2 on Fernando Gonzalez, who's still trying to get the bat going for the Red Sox. A 160 hitter coming into this one. It's work in the Hyannis bullpen. 0-2. Popped up foul. It'll get out of play.
Sam, it's a mystery man warming up in that bullpen. Somebody's wearing the number 14, but there's no number 14 on the roster.
I believe it's Isaiah Rhodes, because Rhodes and another pitcher, Gabriel Starks, both were given the number 0 on point streak. But what I can tell you about Isaiah Rhodes is that he's a side armor, and whoever's warming up in that bullpen is a side armor. 0-2, curve low. So a little deductive reasoning on the broadcast tonight.
Investigative journalism.
Isaiah Rhodes out of Southern Mississippi has yet to get in a game for Hyannis, but perhaps we'll see him tonight. 1-2 to Gonzalez. Foul back, another fastball. McCullough has done a good job keeping his velocity consistent throughout this outing. Hasn't really lost a tick off that fastball. He's been consistently 91, 92 all evening long. It's about where he is still right now, that last fastball at 91. Gonzalez trying to work out of this hole. 1-2 again in the dirt. That one, the changeup. Couldn't get Fernando to bite. Fernando in the right-hand batter's box. Waves his hands in a 2-2. Slider just missed the outside corner. McCullough had a foot in the dugout, but he'll have to get back on the mound and work a 3-2 to Fernando Gonzalez. Bit of a tight strike zone in this game for Douglas Isham. Here's a 3-2. High fly ball out to shallow left center. Shortstop Patelli out, gives way to the left fielder Pepe, who makes the catch and ends the inning. 1-2-3 go the Red Sox. That's 10 in a row retired by Brody McCullough. Shutdown frame, he keeps the lead for Hyannis as we are halfway through at McKeon Park. Bottom 5 coming up. 1-0 Hyannis. Hey Red Sox fans, Devidime is the official website development company of the Yarmouth Dennis Red Sox. They designed and developed our website and help us with the marketing to bring more fans to our games and more visitors to our website. Devidime helps organizations generate more leads and maximize their marketing budget. Check out devidime.com to learn more, and be sure to like Devidime on Facebook. That's Devidime, DEVADIGM.com, Devidime.com. As a bug flies into my forehead, we begin the bottom half of the 5th inning here at McKeon Park. Sam Lebowitz alongside Carlo Jimenez.
That's about as much action as we've seen all day.
Just one hit for each team, as we've seen lots of strikeouts, but a fly colliding with my forehead feels more common in this game than a bat colliding with a ball. Bottom 5, Connor Markle back on the mound. Philip Matulia steps in as the Harbor Hawks lead the Red Sox 1-0. First pitch home, left on left. A swinging strike on a slider running away from Matulia, 0-1. Matulia was hit by pitch his first time through, was eventually caught stealing, trying to steal third base. Fernando Gonzalez preventing him from doing such. He'll be followed by Riku Nishida and Mitch Jebb. The 0-1 popped up, foul territory. Jordan Thompson calling all the way in the third base coaching box. He makes the catch. One man down here in the bottom of the 5th of a quick-moving ball game with not a lot of action. We started at 6 o'clock on the dot. Now at 20 after 7, we're an out deep in the bottom of the 5th. Rico Nishida will step into the batter's box, another left-hand hitter. He bunted a runner over his first time through. The 5'6" infielder who is transferring from JUCO to Oregon. First pitch home to him. Fastball missed away. Close pitch to Nishida for ball 1. And Nishida's got a fun story. Born in Osaka, Japan, went to the same high school as Yu Darvish. 1-0. Slider misses low. Nishida had to fight for a spot on his high school baseball team in a tryout that featured 120 players vying for those roster spots. 2-0. Fastball just misses away. 3 close pitches and 3 balls to Nishida. It was just a 20-man roster, so they were going to have to cut 100 players. 3-0. Fastball missed just away for ball 4. It's the 4th walk of the day for Connor Markle, and really none of those 4 pitches missed by a whole lot, but it's a 1-out walk that puts Rico Nishida aboard. But Nishida was given a spot on that high school baseball team and made the most of it. He broke the school single-season stolen base record, which he set with 35 stolen bases, including a straight steal of home. And he came to the United States to follow a baseball dream. First, a throw to first before Connor Markle gets started on Mitch Jebb. going the JUCO route with Mount Hood Community College. Wound up a Northwest Athletic Conference All-Tournament team. First team infielder in 2022. Another check on him. He will run. He's got 7 stolen bases this season. We mentioned that stolen base record at his high school in Japan.
I almost want to see him run, Sam, just to watch Fernando Gonzalez gun another ball to second.
First one to Jeb. This is in the dirt. He's going on a delayed steal attempt. Gonzalez's throw picked out by Hunter Haas, but not in time. Nishida held up just a minute, went on a delayed steal attempt, and gets in safely as the pitch was in the dirt. And even still, Gonzalez made a strong attempt to throw him out, but it's the 8th stolen base for Riku Nishida. And in a 1-0 lead, the Harbor Hawks will try to extend their lead in the middle innings with the top of their order up, a runner in scoring position with speed and 1 away. 1-0. Jeb takes a strike. Slider drops over the inside corner. Jeb in this one, a ground out and a walk. Michigan State Spartan, who came into this game with 292 hitters with 7 stolen bases of his own. Comes in rocking a 7-game hitting streak. 1-1. Low and away. Another slider. Owen Hackman still throwing in the Red Sox bullpen. We'll see how long the leash is for Connor Markle in this one, who's dealt with traffic pretty much all day. He's thrown just 1-1-2-3 innings so far today. That was back in the second. But has kept the Red Sox in the game, allowing just 1 run through the first 4 innings. And the 2-1 is rolled softly up the first baseline. It'll go just foul. Markle touches it to the outside of the baseline. And it'll be a second strike on Mitch Jeb. The count even 2-2 with Tito Flores, the on-deck hitter. Jeb this year hit .356 for the Spartans. Michigan native, who has been a spark plug for this Hyannis team. He ranks 2nd on the Cape in runs scored. Stands in a deep crouch. 2-2. Nishida's caught off the bag. He went early. Throw back to second. Hunter Haas has it. He's in a rundown. The throw to third. Jordan Thompson applies the tag. And Nishida retired on the base paths. That's the second out. A good inside move by Connor Markle to get Nishida, who had taken a step towards third base before Markle moved. And Hunter Haas getting him in a quick rundown, making that easy for the Red Sox. 2 out, nobody on. It's a 2-2 count on Jeb.
How many times have we seen YD pull that off, Sam? It feels like they've caught so many base stealers this summer off the bag.
2-2 to Jeb. Taken just off the corner. A fastball that barely missed. Markle was halfway to the dugout, gets back on the mound, receives that throw from his catcher, and snaps the glove. Takes his sign out of the windup. Waiting patiently for Jeb to get back in the batter's box, who's taking his time. And a 3-2. Rolled to the left side of the mound to the shortstop position. Haas picks it. Throw to first. Never going to get him. Jeb just runs too well. Haas threw it on the money, but Jeb beat it by a couple of steps. It's an infield single for Mitch Jeb. He extends that hitting streak to 8 games and keeps this inning going with 2 away. Tito Flores, the hitter.
Owen Hackman is done throwing in the bullpen for YD, so he looks like he's ready, Sam. YD trying to get 1 more out out of Markle. Get him through 5 with just 2 hits and 1 run allowed would be impressive. He's dealt with a ton of traffic today, but has been able to work out of it.
Got to get through a Tito Flores, who has a pair of home runs this summer on the Cape. Comes in hitting over 300. First pitch home to him. Misses away, a changeup. Flores in this one has struck out and popped out. Comes in sporting a 4-game hitting streak of his own right after he had an 11-game hitting streak snapped earlier this summer. 1-0 to the Wolverines. Swing and a miss, changeup. Good pitch there by Connor Markle. Flores had 11 home runs this year for Michigan, and a pair already this summer. Deep crouch, 1-1 in the dirt. Good block on a changeup by Gonzalez. And no attempt by Mitch Jebb to advance. Another left-hand hitter on deck in Nolan Shaniel, should it get there. Scott Pickler will be faced with an interesting decision. A right-hand hitter behind him, with the right-hand pitcher Hackman warming in the bullpen, who looks ready, still lightly tossing the bullpen catcher Nolan Shermer. Runner on first, 2 down. 2-1 to Flores. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. On an off-speed pitch away. Count even here on the Michigan Wolverine, Tito Flores. Came into this game 3rd on Cape Cod in batting average, but 0 for 2 so far today. 2-2. Swing and a miss. He got him on the changeup. Flores just couldn't find that off-speed pitch in that entire at-bat from Connor Markle. He goes down swinging. Markle puts up another 0 for the Red Sox here in the 5th and works around that one-out walk in the infield single. New pitcher coming in for Hyannis. The Red Sox breathe a sigh of relief. We go to the 6th in a 1-0 Hyannis lead.
Must have hit a pitch limit.
Must have.
Yeah.
No summer in Whitey Red Sox Nation would be complete without our youth baseball clinics, where boys and girls ages 5 and up can learn the game of baseball and the importance of sportsmanship. Kids get to master the fundamentals of the game and sharpen their skills in a fun baseball clinic taught by Coach Pickler and the future major leaguers on our roster. For more information, go to whiteyredsox.com/clinics. This year's youth baseball clinics proudly sponsored by the Salty Dog Group of Keller Williams Realty, MP Sports Cards, and Giardino's Family Restaurant. The Whitey Red Sox and all the kids who participate, thank you. Top of the 6th inning here at McKeon Park. And after the Red Sox only mustered 1 hit through the first 5 innings against Brody McCullough, they can breathe a sigh of relief as McCullough is out. And Isaiah Rhodes is in, making his first appearance on the summer for the Harbor Hawks. Out of southern Mississippi, a Hattiesburg, Texas native who pitched to a 4.15 ERA across 21 appearances this year for southern Mississippi. He works out of the stretch. The first pitch to Caden Connor misses away for ball one. Isaiah Rhodes works from a sidearm motion, and he is tasked with holding this game where it stands. A 1-0 Hyannis lead. They tallied that single run in the bottom of the fourth. 1-0. Strike, outside corner off speed pitch. Caden Connor looks back at his dugout with a grimace. There's a borderline strike call by Douglas Esham. Caden Connor in particular can breathe a sigh of relief that McCullough's out of this game. He had 2 swinging strikeouts. 1-1 is rolled to the right side, right at the second baseman. Riku, who bobbles, recovers. His throw is in time. So an out on the ground for Isaiah Rhodes to start out the top of the 6th. Sam Lebowitz alongside Carlo Jimenez, as this is the first and only time that these two teams will play here at McKeon Park. The first of 4 total matchups between these two squads, but the only other time that these two teams will play with Hyannis as the home team will be in Hartford, Connecticut later this month. First pitch to Hunter Haas misses low at Dunkin' Donuts Park, where the Hartford Yard Goats, minor league team affiliate of Colorado Rockies, play their home games. That'll be an 11 a.m. start time on July 19th. 1-1 to Haas. Changeup drops in for the first strike. 1-1.
Do they have a Dunkin' Donuts at Dunkin' Donuts Park?
I guess we'll have to find out, Carlo.
I
But
feel like it's mandatory to order something.
I assume they would.
Might not be open for our game.
1-1 in the dirt. 2-1 count on Hunter Haas, who's 0 for 2. He lined to center, took a called third strike. Red Sox trying to get something going. Their best scoring opportunity, really their only scoring opportunity, came in the second. They got the bases loaded on a hit, a walk, and a hit by pitch. Those are their only 3 base runners in this game. 2-1. This is down and into Haas. 3-1 on him at 75 miles an hour. Another changeup from the side armor. Brody McCullough was excellent. He struck out 9, retired the last 10 he faced. 3-1 to Haas. Inside, it clipped him. Right on the upper thigh, maybe the hip, on an off-speed pitch, only at 76 miles an hour. And Haas will trot down to first. Looks none the worse for wear. That breaks the string of 11 consecutive Red Sox retired. Hit by pitches bookending that streak. It was Jack Costello who took one in the elbow back in the second. So a runner on first for Isaiah Rhodes to contend with. Here's Chase Mydroth, another right-hand hitter. Mydroth flew out to center and struck out, 0 for 2. First one, low and in. And Rhodes is really not throwing hard.
He's giving it the grunt, though, so it sounds like it's coming in hard.
Effortful from the sidearm release point. Sets at the hip, 1-0. Is low at 84, his hardest pitch so far. So it's 2-0. Mydroth comes in having gotten that average up to 258. He did not play yesterday, a late scratch due to a bit of a sore shoulder. But back in there today. Facing a 2-0 count from Isaiah Rhodes. Here it comes. Breaking ball clips the inside corner. Count 2-1 on Mydroth as the sun begins to dip below the tree line here at McKeon Park. Little past 7:30 on your timer. A beautiful night, not a cloud in the sky. 2-1. Again on the inside corner. breaking ball that drops in for strike 2. Identical pitches to get Rhodes back in this count. It's 2-2. Hunter Haas at first has only stolen 1 bag this year, getting a conservative lead, held on by the first baseman Nolan Shaniel. With 1 out, here's the 2-2 to Mydroth. Missed away a fastball. Northeastern's Jordy Allard has gotten up and throwing in the bullpen for the Harbor Hawks behind Rhodes, who is working in his first game of the summer. Full count, 1 out, runner on first. Red Sox trailing 1-0. Here it comes. Haas goes, and it's pulled deep but foul down the left field line. Got well ahead of that pitch. A 77-mile-an-hour off-speed pitch that trailed towards the second set of bleachers along the left field line, the one that's oriented with an angle towards home plate.
Look on Chase's face. He felt like he just missed that one.
He was well ahead of it, but got the barrel to it. He'll get another 3-2. We'll see if Haas is running with 1 out. He is going, and it is clocked out towards deep left field. Pepe's going back. It's over his head. It is 1 hop to the wall. Haas gets the wave at third. Here he comes to the plate. The relay, not in time. Chase Mydroth gets this game even at 1. A long RBI double over the left fielder's head. An even score here in the 6th on Chase Mydroth's first double and 3rd RBI of the summer. And with the runner running on the 3-2 offering, the Harbor Hawks did a good job to ensure that that was a closer play than it really had any business being at home. I think Hunter Haas actually froze a little bit around second base to make sure it got over Pepe's head, but it is an RBI double for Chase Mydroth, and before Isaiah Rhodes can face Mike Bovey, it looks like we may get a pitching change. Hyannis manager will go chat with his right-hander on the mound. Jordy Allard is ready, it looks.
He didn't really start warming up until Mydroth came to the plate, so if he is ready, he didn't have much time to get up and at him. And you wonder if this conversation is to just let him get more loose and maybe help him.
Maybe help him get a couple warm-up pitches in, stall a little bit. Ensure he's actually ready. He is still throwing. The home plate umpire, Douglas Isham, has gone to break up the meeting on the mound, and Rhodes will stay out there on the mound.
Yeah, I think that was just a move to buy time for Allard. I'm not sure if they're really looking to do anything there, because they took all the time they could. And so, opportunity, though, with the go-ahead run at second. Let's see if Whitey can do it again.
Here's Mike Bovey, who prior to that double had the only hit of the day for the Red Sox with a second inning single. He stands in the left-hand batter's box. Mydroth at second with 1 away, and the first pitch misses just off the outside corner. That slider that Rhodes has continuously tried to find that edge with, and it worked a few times to his first few batters, but misses there to Bovey. Red Sox getting this game even at 1 here in the 6th, and a 1-0 to Bovey. Strike, outside corner, went back to the slider, and this time dotted the outside. Red Sox with just 1 run, or 1 hit rather, in the first 5 innings against Brody McCullough, but his replacement in the 6th has coughed up the lead. Red Sox looking to go ahead, 1-1. Outside corner, yes, a strike. This one a changeup. Bovey will have to work out of a 1-2 hole. Rhodes featuring, I don't know, about 90% off-speed pitch in the mid-70s towards that outer part of the plate to the lefty. No one's really offered at it. 1-2 in the dirt. There's the fastball, and it's dug out with a backhand by Jacob Campbell, the catcher. So count 2-2 on Bovey. Along with his single, he's also grounded out to first. Trying to drive home Mydroth from second with 1 out. Mydroth drove home the game-tying run on his double. 2-2. Miss low off speed pitch. Count runs full on Bovee.
That's an excellent take by Mike because that same pitch, Sam, was the 2 strikes he was called on. That caught the outside part of the zone. Mike hasn't swung the bat here, and he's got a 3-2 count.
Another action pitch. Mydroth doubled on a 3-2. And here's the 3-2 to Bovee. In there, strike 3 called. He backdoored the off speed again. Bovee looked at 3 of those in the at-bat, and Douglas Isham called them all strikes. He takes a slow walk back to the dugout. It's the second out. Cole Carrig will have to hit with Mydroth at second, and now 2 out. Switch hitter batting left has struck out twice, both of those against McCullough. Facing Rhodes for the first time in a freshly tied game. Trying to drive home Mydroth from second. First pitch. Pulled up the first baseline right at Shanuel. To the first base bag he goes and ends the inning. Stranding Mydroth on the base paths, but not before it's Mydroth's RBI double that gets this game tied for the Red Sox. Each team a run on 2 hits through the first now 5.5. On to the bottom of the 6th we go here at McKeon Park in a tie game between the Harbor Hawks and the Red Sox. Bottom of the 6th in a freshly tied ball game between the Whitey Red Sox and the Hyannis Harbor Hawks, the first of 4 this summer between these 2 teams, and it's been a quick-moving, well-pitched game for both sides, but some action in the top of the 6th. The Chase Mydroth RBI double got this game tied. Connor Markle back out on the mound for the Red Sox. First pitch to Nolan Shanuel, lefty on lefty and off-speed pitch, misses low. Shanuel has been up twice. He's walked twice. The left-handed slugger who's up to 4 home runs this summer out of Florida Atlantic. 1-0. Misses low in the dirt, a changeup. Count 2-0. Owen Hackman continues to warm in the Red Sox bullpen, and with a right-hand hitter on deck, you wonder if Coach Scott Pickler is tasking his lefty with trying to get this left-hand batter out. And after Markle misses on the first 2 pitches, Pickler's going out to chat with him. Maybe we saw the last half inning the Harbor Hawks manager going out and chatting with Isaiah Rhodes, maybe to buy some time for a warming reliever. And I don't think Pickler's going to motion for Hackman in the middle of an at-bat, but maybe ensuring that he gets a couple of extra warm-up pitches in, which I think lends to the theory that this is Markle's last hitter.
Yeah. And I think Markle went out there knowing that. But now Douglas Isham is talking to Pickler. Isham and Pickler have not been best friends today, and now Pickler calls to the pen.
We're going to get a mid-at-bat pitching change after Connor Markle falls behind Nolan Shanuel 2-0. Owen Hackman will come in. I don't think this was part of the plan, but I think Douglas Isham told him that if he's going to come all the way out to the mound, he's going to have to make a change. Connor Markle out. Owen Hackman in for the Red Sox with a 2-0 count on Nolan Shanuel, the first hitter here in the bottom of the 6th. The Red Sox and the Hyannis Harbor Hawks are tied at 1 apiece. We'll introduce you to the right-hander from Loyola Marymount University when we come back after a quick break. We welcome you back to the bottom of the 6th inning. 2 pitches deep into this bottom of the 6th. Connor Markle fell behind Nolan Shanuel 2-0. And Scott Pickler saw enough from his Grand Canyon left-hander. Entering the game is Connor Markle. Nope, Owen Hackman. It's Markle that leaves, Hackman that's in. For the Red Sox, the right-handed pitcher out of Loyola Marymount. 2-0 to Shanuel is a first pitch fastball in over the inside corner for strike 1. Hackman's first pitch makes it a 2-1 count.
Confusing.
Hackman pitching in his 5th game for the Red Sox. 2-1. Fastball off the knees. Close pitch, count 3-1. Hackman pitching to a 1.58 ERA across his first 4 outings. In 5 2/3 innings, he has struck out 10. Last pitched at home against Catuit in the 4-1 loss on June the 29th. 3-1. High shot to deep right. Caden Connor can only watch. Forget it. Over the scoreboard in right, the 5th home run of the season for Nolan Shanuel. And after the Red Sox got this game tied in the top half, Shanuel unties it in the bottom half. And that was no cheapie.
Got all of it and then some more. And Shanuel is both runs for this Harbor Hawk team. And if you're Owen Hackman on the mound, well, now you have an opportunity to maybe bounce back and try to re-lock in. Boy, Hyannis retaking the lead in a blink of an eye.
So a fresh count on Jacob Campbell was never really Hackman's situation to begin with. First one to Campbell, off-speed pitch. He checks his swing. He didn't go. It says first base umpire Jeff Merzel. He came in with a 2-0 count. Really a strike and a close ball. If it was a fresh count, it would have been 1-1. 1-0 here to Campbell is a strike to the knees, now 1-1. But instead, tasked with a 3-1 count, only 2 pitches into his outing. Came in with a fastball over the inside corner, and Shanuel just absolutely turned on it. This year at LMU, Hackman allowed 4 home runs. That's his first of the summer. 1-1. There's a curveball that sits in the dirt. Count 2-1 on Jacob Campbell, who is 0 for 2 today with a strikeout. Hackman a close set and a 2-1. Popped foul out of play. Count goes to 2-2. Well, no hitter on Cape Cod has more home runs than Nolan Shanuel now. He ties the league lead with 5. Alex Freeland of Brewster, who is the only other hitter on Cape Cod with 5. Shanuel matching him here in this 6th inning. to give Hyannis a 2-1 lead. 2-2. Chop towards third. Jordan Thompson plays the high hop. His throw across is in time. And that's Owen Hackman's first out here in the sixth. And it brings up Cole McConnell with nobody on and one away.
This is the earliest in a game we've seen Owen Hackman, Sam, the guy who closed for LMU last year. First out of the pen.
He had 5 saves for the Lions this year, but a guy who wants to be able to go longer in games and eventually start some ball games. First pitch to McConnell is roped towards center, going to drop in a base hit on one hop in front of Cole Carrig. Another base hit for the Harbor Hawks. They had just 2 against Connor Markle, and in 3 batters, they have 2, including a long home run against Owen Hackman. Here's Rocco Pepe. Pepe's 0 for 2. Twice on the ground for the Harbor Hawks left fielder. Another right-hand hitter for Hackman to contend with. The first pitch home. Curveball drops in strike 1. Pepe out of Long Beach State for the Dirtbags this year. He was a .321 hitter, 5 homers. Came into this game just a .200 hitter with a homer for the Hawks. Guy who crowds the plate, and 0-1 runner goes, throw down by Gonzalez, not in time. Mydroth trying to apply the tag but lost the baseball in the process, so a stolen base for Cole McConnell.
Got to give credit to these Hyannis base runners, Sam. They have stolen their bases all on breaking balls, and so it's been tough for Gonzalez behind the plate to really have any sort of chance.
That is the 4th stolen base of the summer for Cole McConnell. Pitch missed away to Rocco Pepe, so a 1-1 count to him with a runner in scoring position and 1 away. Hackman out of the close set. Here's the 1-1. Curveball drops in strike 2 over the inside corner. I was going to mention before the stolen base that Rocco Pepe crowds the plate, and it's worked for him if the goal is getting on base a little bit more, because he led the Big West in hit by pitches. He was hit 19 times during the spring season for the Dirtbags. He also led them in batting average and runs scored, so he was a spark plug for them. 1-2 in the dirt. Good block by Gonzalez. Another curveball. No advance by McConnell. Count 2-2. Infield, a slight shade to the pole side for the right-hand hitting Pepe, with Mydroth playing close to the bag at second. Accomplishes the second feat of also holding the runner on at second. That's McConnell. He singled and stole a bag here with 1 out. 2-2 home. Swing and a miss. He got him. Fastball running in. It's dropped by Gonzalez. He applies a quick tag. That's the second out here in the bottom of the 6th. First strikeout for Hackman. And Dominic Patelli will step in. Patelli drove home the first run of the game on a bunt single with 2 out in the 4th. He had runners on the corners, dropped a good one down. Red Sox couldn't throw him out. They did get an out on the play, as Rocco Pepe was trying to advance from first to third on the play. Kind of a wild play, if you ask me. First one to the left-hand hitter is a fastball up and away. 91 from Owen Hackman, about as high as he'll top out at. Hackman has now faced 4 hitters. He's retired the 2 righties he's faced. He's given up a home run and a laser beam single to the 2 lefties he has faced. And Patelli, another left-hand hitter to contend with. He's got that RBI single. He's also lined out to first in this game. A check to the runner on second, almost threw it away, but Hunter Haas did a good job to corral it with a soft leap.
Guys at second and short have been active today.
Hackman and Gonzalez trying to get on the same page. He's got his sign, sets at the belt, closed stance, one foot in front of the other. And the 1-0. Curve, tipped foul at the plate, goes to the backstop. Count 0-2 on Dominic Pitelli, the infielder out of Miami, who's playing shortstop today. Accomplishing a dream of his by playing for his hometown team at the University of Miami. Dreamt of being a Hurricane and said that his family was extremely proud of him when he eventually signed with Miami and is thankful to be part of that organization. He faces a 1-1 here from Owen Hackman and another check at second on our Haas, unable to tag out Pitelli. We'll reset with a 1-1 count. Pitelli's father passed away in 2021 in January of that year. As the 1-1 is lifted along the left field line, hit pretty well. Jack Costello going back into the corner. He makes the catch. We'll share that story. It's a touching one between Dom Pitelli and his father. Next time Pitelli bats, perhaps, but for now, it's an inning-ending flyout and moves us along to the 7th inning. Harbor Hawks regain the lead here at McKeon Park, thanks to a long home run by Nolan Shanuel. On to the 7th we go in a 2-1 game. Carlo Jimenez will take you through the remainder of this one.
Welcome you back to McKeon Park for the 7th inning here on the Cape Cod Broadcast Network. I'm Carlo Jimenez. To my right is Sam Lebowitz. And a 2-1 Hyannis lead over the YNA Red Sox. Both teams getting runs in the 6th. The 1 for Hyannis, a big solo home run from Nolan Shanuel to put them back on top after YD even things up on a Chase Mydroff RBI double in the top of the 6th. Drew Bowser, Jordan Thompson, Jack Costello all due up for the YD Red Sox in their first and only trip of the summer to McKeon Park, looking to come away with a win on the front half of this home and home. Bowser still looking for his first hit today. He did walk back in the 2nd. And the right-handed batter looks on to face a new pitcher. It's the righty Jordy Allard out of Northeastern. First pitch home. And Bowser swings and skies one down the right field line and foul. No balls and 1 strike. From Allard, you're going to see mainly a fastball and a dirty splitter. Here comes an 0-1. Change up, splitter, misses low. 1 ball and 1 strike. A cool night here at Hyannis. Started a little warm, but as the sun has disappeared, here's the 1-1. Swinging a ground ball, topped foul, third base side. 1 ball and 2 strikes. It has become sweatshirt weather here in Hyannis. Still a great crowd on hand. And the bandstand in right, and just behind us down the first base line. Nobody on, nobody out. 2-1, Hyannis leads YD. Here's the 1-2. Bowser checks his swing at the splitter. Did he go? No, says first base umpire Jeff Merzell. Groans out of the Hyannis dugout. And the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bowser looking to reach as the leadoff hitter in the top of the 7th. Two. Swing and a miss. Splitter got him to chase. A strikeout to begin things for Allard. And there's one away. So with 1 out and the base is empty, 2-1, the Harbor Hawks lead the Red Sox. It's Jordan Thompson, right-handed batter. 0 for 2 today is Thompson. Opening offering, splitter, catches the inside part of the plate. No balls and 1 strike. Only 2 hits for this YD team and 1 run today. Much better pitching than yesterday, but the offense still trying to find its bearings. 0-1. Thompson swings and lifts one into right center field. Going back to center fielder McConnell onto the warning track. He makes the catch. Thompson with a loud second out in the top of the 7th. And up comes Jack Costello with 2 away. Costello, a right-handed batter, was hit by a pitch back in the 2nd. Struck out swinging in the 5th. Nobody on, 2 away. Allard, the righty, kicks and deals. Thompson takes. Fastball at the top of the zone. No balls and 1 strike. Costello with the bat above his head. Here's an 0-1. And he takes a splitter low. 1 ball and 1 strike. A Red Sox team that has been a strikeout victim 11 times. 1-1. Curveball catches the outside part of the plate. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And coming into today, YD was the best team on Cape in terms of strikeouts. They had the least amount. 1-2. Fastball misses inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Of course, 8 of those 11 strikeouts from the starter, Brady McCullough. 2-2. Fastball misses inside. 3 balls and 2 strikes. So 9 strikeouts for McCullough, who moved into 3rd on Cape in total strikeouts. 3-2 offering. Fastball above the zone. Costello works himself aboard. The tying run is at first with 2 outs. And here's Fernando Gonzalez. And a pinch hitter, instead of Gonzalez, it's going to be Johnny Long. So we'll see how that changes things defensively in the bottom half of the frame. Probably we'll see Luke Schliger, the other catcher, unless Gonzalez moves to a different part of the lineup.
Could we possibly see Cole Carrig, catcher, for the first time this summer?
Is a possibility. He
It
was
could
a
happen.
center. Runner at first is Costello, the tying run. 2-1, the Harbor Hawks lead the Red Sox in the top of the 7th with 2 outs. First pitch, right-hander Long takes a fastball for strike 1, knee high. No balls and 1 strike. Johnny had a 2-run home run against Wareham yesterday and swung the bat awfully well in batting practice today. Snap back throw to first. Costello just back on a head first slide. Clouds in straightaway center, just a couple streaks of them starting to turn peachy pink. It's golden hour here at McKeon Park. 2-1 Hyannis leads. 0-1, swing and a miss at a high fastball. No balls and 2 strikes. Johnny Long from a walk-on scholarship to here on the Cape, looking for a big hit with 2 outs. Snap back throw to first in the dirt. A great article come out on our website by our writer Dylan Wilhelm, who wrote a piece on Johnny. Go check that out. Here's the 0-2. Long takes a fastball high. 1 ball and 2 strikes. If you're just joining us, didn't miss a lot of action through the first 3 frames. Harborhawks came up with a run in the bottom of the 4th. Both teams put runs across in the 6th. 2-1. YD trails Hyannis in this top of the 7th with 2 outs. 1-2 is a curveball in the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Costello at first after his 2-out walk, and Johnny Long represents the go-ahead run. Lights starting to move to full strength. First meeting of the summer between these 2 teams. 2-2. Curveball misses up and away. Count runs full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. On deck is the leadoff hitter, Caden Connor. Costello with his lead at first. He'll be running with 2 outs and a 3-2 count. He takes off. Here's the pitch. Fastball upstairs. Long works a 2-out walk. He's on at first. Back-to-back walks by Allard. And now the tying run in scoring position. They go ahead at first. And here's the leadoff hitter, Caden Connor, as some action starts to brew in that Hyannis bullpen.
It's an excellent at-bat by Johnny Long, who worked from behind in the count, and I think we have our answer about who's going to catch the remainder of this game. Luke Schliger's going to pinch run for Johnny Long.
So Schliger pinch running. Not often do catchers pinch run, but Schliger has that type of speed. 14 stolen bases at Maryland. Left in a bat of Caden Connor digs in. At second is Costello. At first is Schliger. Hyannis Harborhawks lead the YD Red Sox 2-1. Leading at second is Costello. He's the tying run. Can Caden Connor deliver a big hit? Had a pair of doubles yesterday. First pitch to him. And he takes a strike on the outside part of the plate. There's the splitter. No balls and 1 strike. So the Cal State Fullerton Titan. Caden, who is 4 for his last 11, coming from Cal State Fullerton, said he spent a whole lot of time in the batting cages with Scott Pickler. Said one of their sessions was an hour and 45 minutes, just him and Pick. Here's the 0-1 to him. He takes a fastball up and away, 1 ball, 1 strike. Main thing he worked on with Scott was getting his timing down. Said when he came from Cal State Fullerton in the Big West, which is a respectable conference, just wasn't facing 95 every day like he is here on Cape. Said he had to work on when to get that lead foot down, and in the last couple of games, it is shown. 1-1. Connor takes a splitter low and away. 2 balls and a strike.
And it seemed to work yesterday. So he was a bright spot in that 11-3 loss. Drove 2 doubles up the right center field gap. Hit 1 off the fence. It's one area that we haven't seen a lot from Caden this year is the hitting for power, but he showed some strength yesterday, although he was putting it in batting practice saying, I've only got warning track power, apparently.
2-1 down the hill. Caden swings and slices 1 foul down the third base line. And the count levels 2 balls and 2 strikes. Caden said on that second double, Sam, he thought he got it. And then he hit the bag at first and said, oh, I got to really turn it on. Light clouds above McKeon Park. The only trip here for the YD Red Sox, looking to leave with a win before taking on Hyannis tomorrow at 5 o'clock. 2-1, the Harborhawks lead YD. 2 outs, 2 on, and a 2-2 count. Here we go. Swing and a miss. Caden Connor chases the curveball, and a YD leaves the tying run at second. They go ahead at first as we stretch here at McKeon Park. 2-1, Hyannis leads YD. I'm Carlo Hyannis. To my right is Sam Lebowitz as we welcome you into the bottom of the 7th inning. We had God Bless America. We had the chicken dance.
Take me out to the ball game between them. Quite the 7th inning stretch, Carlo.
It was electric.
I did not expect to be doing the chicken dance at the ballpark tonight, but, you know, just adds to the experience here at McKeon Park.
To begin, it's Philip Matula, the left-handed batter, to face the righty Owen Hackman. Opening offering is a fastball upstairs in the count, 1 ball and no strikes. Both teams scoring in the 6th with singletons. Luke Schliger, the new catcher, behind the plate for the Red Sox after pinch running in the top of the 7th. Here's Hackman's 1-0. Curveball catches the bottom of the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike. The sky a cyan blue, with the peachy clouds in front of them. Trees all around the outfield. Past the fence. Picturesque McKeon Park. 1-1. Curveball below the knees as Matulia starts and stops. He had hits in back-to-back games for the first time this summer. We're looking for a hit today. 2-1. Changeup catches the outside part of the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes. A guy who played with the Rockford Rivets last summer, or he led the Northwoods League in triples with 6 of them. No triples yet this summer. 2-2. Fastball, swing and a miss. Hackman works backwards and retires Matula with a strikeout, his 2nd of the game. 1 away in the bottom of the 7th, 2-1. Hyannis leads YD. Here's Riku Nishida. Nishida's journey to the States is quite the story, Sam, but also his journey to the Cape. A guy who spent last summer in the Wild Wild West League, which is operated by the Portland Pickles, and it's not a traditional summer league. It's the players pay to play in this league. First pitch home to him, and that clips him on the right heel. Or did that get the umpire? Douglas Isham. Somebody got hit. And on to first goes Nishida.
Might have gotten both, a little pinball.
Lightning.
It sounded like it hit somebody.
So Nishida heads down to first. We'll finish that story as home plate umpire Isham gathers himself. But essentially he plays in this pay-for-play league, which involves teams named the Portland Gherkins, the Gresham Girls, the Portland Rosebuds, and the Willamette Wild Bills. Nishida plays for the Wild Bills. Plays so well, he gets picked up by the Cowlitz Black Bears, which is a team in the West Coast League. Hits .370, gets named 2nd team All West Coast League, and now this summer, here he is on the Cape. So from paying for himself to be a part of a summer ball team to being in the best summer league team in the country, quite the story there for Nishida. He leads at first with great speed. Mentioned earlier that he broke Mount Hood's single-season stolen base record twice. Leads at first with 1 out, 2-1. Hyannis leads YD. Here's the left-handed bat of Mitch Jebb. Throwback to first. Back on a head-first slide is Nishida. Nishida has not had an unproductive trip to the plate today. A sacrifice bunt, a walk, and now being hit by a pitch. As the gorgeous colors of downtown Hyannis continue to increase here in Golden Hour. Opening offering home. Fastball up and away on the plate. No balls and 1 strike to Mitch Jebb. Jebb, who was named Big Ten All-Freshman team. Ranked 8th in the Big Ten with a .356 average. Hackman set to the belt. Looks in, snap back throw to first. A good pickoff throw, but Nishida back there on a head-first slide. 2 hands into the base. He does not wear any gloves on his hands as he dives around. 2-1, Hyannis leads YD. Only trip here to McKeon Park for the YD Red Sox. They're looking to leave with a win. A 1. Fastball upstairs. And a fake throw to second by Luke Schliger as he pops up out of his squat and pump fakes towards first. Nishida has bluffed running to second in the last 2 pitches. Lights at full brightness. Crowd stirring around here at Hyannis. The grandstand and left about half full. People still in their lawn chairs as a plane flies overhead here at McKeon Park. 1-1. Fastball high again. 2 balls and a strike.
Nishida's really dancing off the base. Has started and stopped on every pitch of this at bat. Wonder if he's trying to either get in the head of Owen Hackman and Luke Schliger, or if he's really just trying to get a good read on Hackman, and if he can get a better jump, you figure maybe he'll actually go.
Pair of seagulls fly over the outfield fence. Nishida at first, 1 out, bottom 7. Hyannis by a run. Here's the 2-1. Swing and a miss on the fastball. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Mitch Jebb trying to send that one into the atmosphere. Nishida again faking his way to second and staying at first. Mitch Jebb from Saginaw, Michigan. The home of 4-time NBA champ Draymond Green. Snap back throw to first again, and back and ahead for a slide is Nishida. Highlighter blue sky juxtaposed with those light pink clouds. A gorgeous summer night in Massachusetts on Cape Cod. Another throw to first, another head first slide from Nishida as his once white pinstripe uniform is now brown with the dirt here at McKeon. A long at bat with Jebb. Tito Flores on deck. Hope you brought your bug spray, Sam. It's time for the bugs to come out. Another throw to first, and another swimming pool dive into the bag for Nishida.
Do you have any on you? I haven't applied any today.
I actually do. Thanks for asking. Got to keep the bugs away.
Yeah, they're starting to fly around us. Love calling games on the road, get to be out in the atmosphere of the ballpark, but the one downside is that we have to embrace the elements.
Guess what? Another throw to first.
I'm shocked.
I know. That's 4 in a row now by Hackman. He's thrown more balls to first than he has home. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 1 out, 2-1. Hyannis leads YD. First matchup of the summer between these two cross-division rivals. 2-2, and a swing and a looper down the left field line towards the parking lot. We'll try it again at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Mitch Jebb spent last summer with the Kenosha Kingsfish of the Northwoods League, in which he hit .259. In fact, there's a lot of players playing today who spent the last summer in the Northwoods League. For YD, first baseman Mike Bovey, second baseman Chase Mydroff. Both played in the Northwoods League and both won the Rawlings Big Stick Award. We'll explain that after this 2-2. Fastball, swing and a miss, snap back throw to first, not in time. They get the strikeout, second of the frame for Hackman. And the third of the night, here's Tito Flores. With 2 outs and a runner at first, 2-1, Hyannis leads YD. That Big Stick Rawlings Award is given to the player with the highest average at their position. Chase Mydroff got it for the infield. Kind of as a 5th infielder, they give it to 5 infielders. Chase was the 5th at 345. Mike Bovey got it for third base at 341. 2 outs, runner at first, 2-1 Hyannis. Righty Flores looks at a first pitch fastball above the zone. No, in the zone. And the count, no balls and 1 strike.
Douglas Eshon has been a little bit late on some of those calls tonight, but I think he got that one right. I think it hit the top of the zone.
As long as we get the call. Nishida, a healthy lead at first. Already 1 stolen base today for him. 0-1, he's running. Fastball above the zone. Schliger's throw in plenty of time. They got him. Luke Schliger guns down Riku Nishida to end the bottom of the 7th. And we head to the 8th here at Hyannis. 2-1. The Harbor Hawks lead YD through 7. Welcome you back to McKeon Park. Carlo Hyannis to my right, Sam Lebowitz on a beautiful day here in Hyannis, Massachusetts. And a new pitcher on the mound for the Hyannis Harbor Hawks. It's the righty, Ty Langenberg, making his 5th appearance of the summer. In 7 2/3, Sam, he has struck out 15 batters. Just 3 hits allowed, 1 walk, and no earned runs. One of the best relievers out of the pen, out of Iowa City, Iowa. Guess where he goes to college? Iowa.
I was going to guess Iowa. I also have it in front of me.
You can't lie, I guess, to the people, so good on you. I would have just said guess and got it right. The sky, a light blue. The clouds, a bright pink. It is a baseball sky here in Hyannis, Massachusetts, in the YD Red Sox only visit to McKeon Park. They're looking to come away with a win, currently trailing 2-1 to the Hyannis Harbor Hawks. Hunter Haas, Chase Mydroff, Mike Bovey, 2, 3, 4 for YD, all due up against Langenberg, who pitched to the tune of a 3.71 ERA this past season out of Iowa. Right-handed batter Haas reached on a hit-by pitch, and he swings at the first pitch, belts it down the left field line. That's a fair ball. Hunter hits the bag at first, digging for second. He's in there standing, and a leadoff double to begin the top of the 8th as Hunter Haas jumps all over the first pitch. And YD has the tying run in scoring position here in the 8th.
Table set again for Chase Mydroff. Drove in the Red Sox first run to tie the game back in the 6th with an RBI double. It's a double that puts him in position for another RBI now here in the 8th inning. Time running out for the Red Sox, but a really, really positive start for them here in this 8th frame, trying to get this game at least even once again.
Just the 3rd hit of the game for the YD Red Sox. Mydroff has the biggest one, an RBI double. Right-handed batter looks on and looks at a first pitch fastball at the top of the zone. No balls and 1 strike. 91 on the radar. Haas with another extra base hit, Sam. He just continues to swing the bat well. That's now a 7-game hitting streak for Hunter. and his second double in 3 days. A tying run leads at third in the top of the 8th, 0-1. Mydrop swings and misses at a high fastball. No balls and 2 strikes to him. Chase, who has been one of the more consistent hitters in this lineup, has reached in every game he's played. At the University of San Diego, hoping to increase his draft stock this summer. And hear his name in the draft. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. High fastball gets him to Chase. Langenberg digging deep for that one, 93. 1 out. Tying run at second. Here's Mike Bovee. Bovee, a left-handed batter, first lefty for the Red Sox. Haas at second, the tying run. That last strikeout, the 13th delivered by this Hyannis pitching staff. Opening offering to Bovee is a fastball at the knees that catches the outside part of the plate. No balls and 1 strike. 2-1, Hyannis leads YD. A great crowd on hand on July 3rd. Tomorrow, Red Sox play the Harbor Hawks at Red Wilson. 0-1 skips in the dirt, gets away from the catcher Campbell down the first base line. Hunter Haas reaches third on the wild pitch. As Campbell sheds the mask and scoops up the ball. And now the sacrifice fly in play.
That's big for the Red Sox. I mean, Chase Mydroth, who was clearly trying to push something to the opposite field and chasing a couple of fastballs away from him to try to get the runner over, was unable to do so with the strikeout, but the Red Sox kind of bailed out there. Mydroth, more importantly, was bailed out with the wild pitch there, able to advance the runner to third. Now it's just going to take a well-placed fly ball, maybe a well-placed ground ball to get this run home.
2-1, Hyannis leads, 1-1. Bovee takes up and away at 91. 2 balls and 1 strike. Infield is in against Bovee. Everybody with their toes on the infield grass. The outfield defense straight away. Bovee just needs to get one to that outfield to bring home Hunter Haas, who led Arizona State his freshman year in stolen bases at third. 2-1. Bovee fouls one straight back, gets a fastball, and they count 2 balls and 2 strikes with 1 out.
Bovee's right on that pitch, just got to straighten it out, but fouling it directly back to the screen is a good sign in terms of timing. Now you just got to put one in play.
With that blue barrel, the white stripe in between the red handle. It is a patriotic bat here on July 4th weekend. Can he score Haas from third and tie us? 2-2. And he takes low. Changeup misses below the knees. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Bovee. Mike saw a 3-2 count in his last at-bat in the 6th. Struck out looking. Here's the 3-2. And he swings and cranks one down the left field line and foul over towards that Hyannis dugout, where a couple of guys don't get completely out of the way, and it might have gotten somebody.
Scattered them like pigeons on a sidewalk.
Hyannis with the 1-run lead. The tying run at third. 3 balls and 2 strikes with 1 out. Here it comes. Bovee, another foul. Popped up behind the bleachers down the left field line. And he awaits another 3-2 pitch as the sun begins to set. YD, the best team in the Eastern Division. Hyannis second in the Western Division. 2 of the top teams on the Cape. And it has been a pitcher's duel. Langenberg, right arm dangling by his side, comes sets at the belt. 3-2. Bovee fouls another off the top of the screen. Inning started with a double from Hunter Haas. He watched his teammate Chase Mydroff strike out and went to third on a wild pitch. Mike Bovee, one of the best hitters in this lineup. trying to deliver. 3-2. Strike three on the outside part of the plate. Rings up Bovee. Awfully close, up and away. Bovee rips the helmet off. Not happy about that call. There's 2 away. Second strikeout for Langenberg.
It's not a strike. I don't think anyone really thinks that besides the home plate umpire, Douglas Isham, but it's been called all day. And unfortunately for Mike Bovee, that's the second time that he has been called out on strikes on that pitch away. And with a runner on third and 2 out, it's a ball you at least got to try to foul away. And I know that Bovee knows it's a ball, but that's a tough call.
Switching lefty Cole Carrick takes a strike on the outside part of the plate. 92 on the fastball. A leadoff double by Haas. Can Whitey bring him home and tie this game? 2-1 Hyannis leads. Cole Carrick is 0 for 2 today with a pair of strikeouts. 0-1. And he swings and laces one into left field, a base hit. Hunter Haas jogs home on his feet. It's an RBI knock for Cole Carrick, and the Whitey Red Sox have evened this one up. 2's on the board for Drew Bowser. Carrick's first hit of the game is an RBI single, and the 4th hit for the Whitey Red Sox put identical lines on the board. And now the go-ahead run at first for YD. Here's the right-handed bat of Drew Bowser. First pitch. Bowser swings at a high fastball. No balls and 1 strike. Drew with a walk today, 0 for 2. Carrick with good speed at first, leads. 0-1, he's running. Ball's low, throw on from the home. From Thompson, not in time. Campbell, excuse me. And Carrick steals second. So Cole Carrick steals his way into scoring position. And now Bowser a chance with a single to give the Red Sox the advantage. The lead has evaporated. Can YD take their first lead in the 8th? 1-1. Swing and a miss. Bowser chases the breaking ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Carey takes a healthy lead at second base. Nobody holding him on. Langenberg looks at him at second. He deals. 1-2 and a swing and a miss. Bowser strikes out, and that finishes this 8th. 2 hits, 1 left on, and the tying run comes across. And the Whitey Red Sox tie this one in the middle of the 8th inning. They get a run on a Cole Carrick single to left. Led to the bottom of the 8th here at McKeon Park, even. We welcome you back to McKeon Park, where the plot has thickened. In the bottom of the 8th inning, the Whitey Red Sox getting a run in the top of the 8th and evening this one at 2. And a new pitcher on the mound. It's the righty from Rhode Island, Sean Gamlin. Gamer, as he's known by his teammates, with that nasty fastball, looks to keep this a 2-2 game. He will face the 2-3-4 hitters for Hyannis, Tito Flores, Nolan Channel, and Jacob Campbell. Gamlin so far this summer in 5 2/3 only has allowed 1 hit and 10 strikeouts. And batting for Tito Flores is Justin Hyannis, a left-handed batter out of Illinois. Currently rocking a 4-game hitting streak. Hyannis digs in, had a 2-hit day yesterday against Katuitt. All Big Ten second teamer trying to start a rally. Gamer on the mound. He has been excellent so far this summer. Can he keep it going against Hyannis? Left-handed batter with a stoic stance in the batter's box. Here's the first pitch. Fastball swung on and fouled back. 94 on the board. Gamlin lights it up. Hyannis, who won the Northwoods League batting title a season ago, hit .402 for the Kenosha Kingfish, beating out Chandler Simpson, who currently leads the batting title this summer on Cape. 0-1, and he takes a changeup below the knees. 1 ball and 1 strike. Hyannis, Channel, then Campbell. Hyannis 2, Whitey 2, nobody on, nobody out. 1 ball and 1 strike as the last moments of sunlight disappear at McKeon. Gamlin's 1-1. Fastball in on the hands. Did that get him? And back goes home plate umpire Douglas Isham. Is he all right? Isham has to be helped up by Schliger, who's taking a beating behind the plate. And I'm not sure that ball hit Justin Hyannis.
Well, he certainly played it off like it did. I think that got more of Douglas Isham than it did of Hyannis. And if it got any part of Hyannis, I think it might have clipped the bat. But he's standing at first base trying to play this off as a hit by pitch. We'll see what the result of it is. Isham's rubbing his neck right now. Maybe he just got a little bit of whiplash on that one. Talking with the Hyannis trainer. Hyannis just kind of evacuating the scene in the fray of that one. They're going to call him back. He can't get away with it.
Hyannis is called back. Usually a guy's hit by a pitch, Sam, and he goes to rub an area that he was hit on. He has a bruise, but he didn't really have a mark on his arm. He's now showing his arm to the umpires.
I find it hard to believe that would get the tricep of his back arm.
He's pointing to that tricep on his left arm, as if to say that's where he got hit.
We can't see a mark from here. We're only about 10, 15 feet from the action behind home plate, but all 3 umpires are having a long chat about this.
2 balls and 2-2. The score here between Whitey and Hyannis, and they're going to give him first. And now Pickler comes back and is asking the same question you were. How does it hit his back left arm when he's at the plate? So the go-ahead run is at first after all that. Douglas Isham is going to get a cup of water from the Hyannis dugout. And the tension just continues. The pages in this story here at Hyannis thickening. It has been a game where we've seen Brady McCullough strike out 9 in his start to move to the top 3 on Cape in strikeouts. The Red Sox had just 2 hits coming into the 8th. They were able to bring home the tying run on a Cole Carey single to left. The last run for YD was a moonshot by the guy at the place, Nolan Channel, over the scoreboard in right. Just a slugfest almost, Sam. No real rhythm to this game. We haven't seen one team dominate the other.
It's exactly what we thought we'd get, a closely played game between two good teams. Harbor Hawks coming in 10-6-3, the Red Sox at 11-5-2, or 11-6-2 rather. I don't understand what the delay is. The umpires are still talking about this at home plate.
I mean, I'm just not sure how that gets the left forearm of.
Neither am I. Yeah, I think you and I are on the same page, Carlo, as is much of the crowd here, at least around us, to the right of home plate. The other option is, if it did hit his arm, maybe it clipped the bat before. Because my first instinct was that it hit off the bat and ricocheted into the chest of Isham and knocked him down. But I'm not exactly sure how else that happens. I don't think that it got Isham's body first. This is as long a conversation between umpires as we've seen all summer. And Isham's going to go and talk to Scott Pickler one more time, it looks like. Scott again pointing to that upper left arm, inquisitive of Isham, basically saying, I don't understand how you can call that a hit by pitch. That's not an area of the body that a left-hand hitter can get clipped with.
Not unless he swings. I mean, because that's when you bring that back arm forward, right? If you're swinging as a lefty, the only time that back arm becomes in a view of the ball to be hit is if he swings.
And I'll tell you another thing. This is a long layoff for Sean Gamlin, who's just been kind of standing out on the pitcher's mound this entire time. The conversation has happened right at home plate, so it's not like Luke Schliger can get back in the crouch and Gamlin can throw some warm-up pitches to him.
And I think one of the assistant coaches for YD just came out to talk to Schliger on some sort of scouting report here against Channel, who's been both the Hyannis Harbor Hawks runs. Walked and scored in the fourth, homered on a solo shot in the sixth.
What this sets up now is a situation where there's a runner on first and nobody out and danger at the plate in Nolan Shaniel, who is his power on power. Sean Gamlin is one of the hardest fastballs on this Red Sox roster, and a fastball is what Shaniel turned into a long, and I mean very long, home run his last time at the plate. Gamlin's trying to keep that arm a little bit loose. Cole Carrick, the center fielder, is right behind second base now and throwing with Gamlin a little bit. Gamlin throwing off the back of the pitcher's mound as the umpires are still talking about this. Scott Pickler still talking to Douglas Isham about this. I think that's the contention now, is if it didn't hit him, as Isham's going to go, I think, and chat with Hyannis. No, that's Jeff Merzell, actually, who had been chatting with Scott Pickler, I suppose the crew chief of this crew. I believe that we are about to resume play here with a runner on first and a fresh count with no out to Shaniel.
Believe it, Sam, it's happening. Runner at first is Hyannis, the go-ahead run. Here's the left-handed bat of Channel. 2-2. YD and Hyannis even with nobody out as a bird flies overhead here at Hyannis in the bottom of the eighth. Opening offering to the lefty from the righty, Sean Gamlin. Change up low. 1 ball and no strikes.
I don't know how they take that much time and still get it wrong, but this could have a deep impact on this game for the Red Sox. That's the go-ahead run.
Gamer with the glove stuck next to his left hip, ball on his right hip, comes set, puts his arm above his head. With the glasses on, he kicks 1-0. Fastball low. And the Hyannis Harbor Hawk dugout starting to let him hear it. 2 balls and no strikes. Leading at first is Hyannis, who came in for a pinch hitter for Tito Flores. The dugout of Hyannis is imitating an owl that flew overhead. 2-0 in the dirt. 3 balls and no strikes. Gamlin off the mound, exhales, trying to gather his thoughts after the long delay. Hyannis at hers, and Philip Raiola wants to go talk to Sean Gamlin. 3 balls and no strikes. Gamer who this past season with Rhode Island College hit 5 batters but only walked 12 to his 66 strikeouts. A 3-0 count for him is not something he's familiar with. And we'll see how they want to attack this, Sam, because if you walk Channel here, you put the go-ahead run at second. Now, if you attack Channel, who's hit a home run, it might be dangerous.
This is what the dugout was doing for Hyannis. Is Shaniel goes to Florida Atlantic. They're the Owls. They were hooing at him.
Such intelligent guys. 2-2. Whitey and Hyannis even. The Red Sox tying the game in the top of the 8th. Harbor Hawks looking for a punch back in the bottom of the frame. On as what become a long 8th inning. Still nobody out. And Hyannis at first. Defense in double play depth. Gamlin sets from the first base side of the rubber. Here's his 3-0. Fastball. Misses low and away. A walk puts Hyannis at second. The go-ahead run. Channel reaches for the 3rd time on a walk. The 4th time tonight. And here's Jacob Campbell. And now, first base umpire Jeff Merzell and Douglas Isham are talking about something.
They're going to bring Rudy Fernbach into the fray as well. I don't know what this could be about, but they are confused about something.
These guys don't have dinner plans. And now they're going to give a warning to that Hyannis dugout, it looks like.
I think they're getting, it looks like they might have been getting together about something. Oh, we have a bathroom break. I think that's what this is. We're going to have a delay in the action because Rudy Fernbach just left the field of play to head towards the porta potties.
We'll step aside here at McKeon Park. The delay is over, and we are returning playing baseball here at McKeon Park with just 2 umpires. Douglas Isham unable to continue, so it'll be Ruby Feinbach behind the plate, Jeff Merzell behind the pitcher, and a new pitcher, it's the lefty, Zach Veen, facing off the right-handed bat of Jacob Campbell. 2-2, the score between the Whitey Red Sox and the Hyannis Harbor Hawks. Hyannis with the go-ahead run at second, and Justin Janis and Noah Chanel at first. First pitch home, a bunt down the first base line, foul. No balls and 1 strike, and Sam, after all that, we're back in return play. And a game that, despite all the wackiness that has gone on, has been awfully close. Identical lines on the board, 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors for both teams.
Well, Zach Veen thrown into a tough spot. Sean Gamlin, I don't think Scott Pickler really had much of a choice. That Gamlin threw roughly 7 pitches in the last 30 minutes. A hit by pitch that was contested, a walk. With the long delay, Veen had enough time to get up. A couple of lefties following. Why not bring someone fresh in this game?
Nobody out and 2 on. The corner infielders are in on the grass. Veen looks at second. Here's the 0-1. A fastball misses away. 1 ball and 1 strike.
The Red Sox are running the wheel play here, which basically means is that Thompson's going to charge as hard as he can from third. Hunter Haas is going to charge to third as hard as he can, because with the force at third with runners on first and second, the idea is if he bunts it to either corner infielder, you're going to have Haas waiting for a throw at third base for a force and get the lead runner there. It's a play that can be dangerous because he pulls back and he swings. He hits a ground ball pretty much anywhere. It's going to sneak through for a hit. Because there's so many moving parts in the infield, you have to be absolutely sure that they're going to bunt.
Veen making his 4th appearance of the summer. They fake the wheel. 1-1 is a bunt down the third base line. And it dies. Schliger, the catcher, gloves it, throws to first, underneath the glove of the first baseman, Bovey. Coming home and scoring is Janis. Rounding the bag at third in a full sprint. Chanel's on his feet. On to third is Jacob Campbell. And it looks like they might put Chanel back at third base. The ball went out of play underneath the glove at first. What do they call here?
We're going to have another conversation between a coach and Jeff Merzell. It looks like they are going to place the runners somewhere. They might put them at second and third here. There's a lot of space down that right field line. It went into the Red Sox bullpen. Kind of a disastrous play in general for the Red Sox because Veen took an extra beat. Veen took an extra beat before that pitch. Hunter Haas sprinted towards third but stopped to ensure he didn't give away the wheel play early and too early. But by stopping, he couldn't restart in time, meaning that when that bunt got down, Jordan Thompson couldn't charge it. And Hunter Haas couldn't charge to third, and the Harbor Hawks manager just got run out of this game. He's going to get his money's worth.
And still yelling. We only have 2 umpires, and now Hyannis is down their manager. He is livid. A ball goes underneath the glove of Bovey at third, still screaming to left at third base. And finally retreats back into the dugout. Still not sure how many runs come home, Sam. I think just 1, right?
Well, there's only 1 base runner on the base paths. It's Campbell. He's standing at second base.
But they put the burner back at third as well. So 1 run does come in. It's Justin Janis. Noah Chanel is at third. Jacob Campbell is at second. And Scott Pickler is going to make another pitching change.
So the Harbor Hawks will go without Eric Beatty through the remainder of this game, but Beatty got his money's worth. And one of their assistant coaches will take over, maybe Kevin Omi.
Pickler meets with his infield atop the mound. At second base is Campbell. At third is Channel. It's now 3-2. Hyannis leads YD. In a game that has seen more controversy with the umpires than the players themselves. And Sam, it feels like no matter who wins this game, it's going to be a momentum swing for either team.
Well, I think what it is creating is a rivalry between these two squads. I mean, these two teams have been jawing at each other a bit. We've had a lot of controversy in this game on really both sides. A lot of it has gone in favor of the Harbor Hawks, but the Hawks have been chirping in this game. The Red Sox, I'm sure, a little resentment brewing towards that third base dugout, and Veen is going to have to try to get out of this jam as Eric Beatty is schmoozing with the crowd as he leaves the field of play, giving fist bumps to Harbor Hawks fans after being ejected.
Cole McConnell, the left-handed batter, digs in what has been the longest bottom of the 8th inning in the history of baseball. 2 on and nobody out, a run across. First pitch home is a fastball that misses away. Snap back throw to third. Do they get him? No. Channel gets back to the bag in time. Of course, we say that with hyperbole. It just feels that way with the way this one has gone on. We've had just 4 batters come to the plate, and a whole lot happened outside of play. An umpire left with a head injury as he could not continue. Eric Beatty, the field manager for Hyannis, tossed. One out to McConnell, and he swings and hits one into center field, a base hit. Scoring from third is Channel. Campbell follows him. The ball gets underneath the glove of the center fielder. Carrig on to second goes McConnell as Carrig finally tracks it down. 2 runs in. Hyannis with a 3 spot in the bottom of the 8th, and they lead it 5-2.
Ball took a tricky hop on Cole Carrig and kind of bounced up his forearm and away from him. Wheels falling off for the Red Sox amid all this controversy. Now it becomes a game in which you got to keep it at this deficit of 3.
Rocco Pepe, the right-handed batter, looks on with a runner at second. Still nobody out in the bottom of the 8th. It's 5-2 Hyannis. Veen kicks and deals. And the breaking ball misses above the zone. 1 ball and no strikes.
Still no outs on the board. We've been here for 30, 40 minutes, and the Red Sox are not any closer to getting out of this inning.
Leading at second is McConnell after his 2 RBI single. Reached to second on the air from Carrig. The 1-0 is chopped on the ground, gloved by the third baseman Thompson. He spins and guns one to first, and finally there's out number 1 here in the bottom of the 8th. 5-2, Hyannis leads YD in a game in which the Hyannis dugout has fired up their team. And up comes Dominic Patelli, left-handed batter facing Veen, who gives up his second hit of the outing. First pitch just misses below the knees. 1 ball and no strikes on the slider. And Sam, for a YD team that's coming off that 11-3 loss yesterday, a game to forget that didn't go their way in any sort of manner. And another wacky one here today. Runner at second and 1 out. Veen looks at second, deals the 1-0. Fastball on the outside part of the plate. 1 ball and 1 strike to Patelli. McConnell at second. The inning started with a Justin Hyannis on a controversial hit by a pitch. Channel was walked on a close pitch, and then Douglas Isham could not go anymore. The home plate umpire had to leave after being hit in the face earlier. 1-1, swinging a broken bat ground ball third base side. Scooped up by the shortstop Haas. Quick exchange, throw to first, not in time. Infield single for Dominic Patelli on a tough hop as he breaks his bat, but the bat dies a hero, and there's runners to the corners and 1 out. 5-2. Hyannis leads YD. Up comes Philip Matulia.
Any bad luck that the Red Sox had brewing on their ledger has been completely emptied onto the field in this 8th inning, I think.
On to third on that last play went McConnell. He leads there.
Only one real hard hit ball in this inning. The controversial hit by pitch, the walk to Shaniel, the sac bunt that turned into a run-scoring throwing error, and the misplay in center by Carrick on the single that allowed the advancement of McConnell, and now the soft infield hit. Just nothing breaking for the Red Sox.
Opening offering to Matula, and he swings and curls one on a hop in the air for the third baseman, Jordan Thompson. Jammed him in on the fingers. There's 2 away.
That'll help a little bit.
And here's Nishida.
Got to watch the squeeze play here. Nishida has already dropped down a really good sacrifice bunt in this game. Feels like something that the Harbor Hawks might try to squeeze out another run is maybe a 2-out squeeze play. And with Nishida able to handle the bat well, he can run exceptionally well.
Nishida wipes off the plate with the back of his right hand. At third leads McConnell. At first is Patelli. 2 on, 2 out. Bottom of the 8th. Hyannis has already put 3 run across to take a 5-2 lead. Veen kicks and deals, and a bunt is popped up behind home plate. Schliger, the catcher, able to track it down and end the frame. Well, after all of that chaos, the 9th inning coming your way. 2 hits, a hit by pitch, a walk, 2 left on, and 3 cross home. To the 9th here at McKeon Park. 5-2. Hyannis leads YD. We welcome you back to McKeon Park. Only visit of the summer for the YD Red Sox, and they find themselves in a 3-run hole with 3 outs to go in the top of the 9th. Right in a bat of Jordan Thompson takes a first pitch fastball above the zone. And the count, 1 ball and no strikes to him. Thompson so far today, 0 for 3.
How about Ty Langenberg going back out there?
1-0. Changeup misses low. 2 balls and no strikes. Yes, Sam, there was about 45 minutes between his last pitch in the top of the 8th and this pitch in the 9th, and he's still pitching. And Hyannis has no one going in that bullpen.
That's remarkable.
2-0. Thompson takes a strike at the top of the zone. Only 2 umpires right now. After Douglas Isham had to leave with a head injury, it's Rudy Fernbach, who is starting at third. He's behind home. And down the first base line is Jeff Merzel. Nobody on, nobody out. 5-2, Hyannis leads. Here's the 2-1. Breaking ball above the zone. 3 balls and a strike.
And Langenberg's fallen behind quickly here, but you hope if you're the Red Sox, first of all, you need base runners. You're down 3, you have 3 outs to play with. You hope that the long layoff does affect him. And if it does, it'll show in the command.
Thompson looking to reach. Whitey needs base runners down 3. In this first half of a home and home. 3-1. Strike 2. Fastball drops in as a firework goes off in the distance. We are hours from July 4th. Here in McKeon Park. The sky dark, the lights at full strength. No breeze out to right. And the Whitey Red Sox who tied things in the top of the 8th. 3-2 home. Swing and a miss. Thompson chases one. And there's the first out of the top of the 9th. Here's Jack Costello, another right-handed batter with nobody on and nobody out. And 1 out. And Ferreras will be Schliger on deck. As Costello swings at the first pitch and nubs it down the third base line, foul. No balls on 1 strike. Schliger, who's on deck, goes up and picks up the bat of Costello and will hand it to his teammate. And Sam, if you're this Whitey team, you haven't lost 2 games in a row since the beginning of the season when you lost both in a home and home against Brewster. This one not over yet, but the chances are slim. How do you regroup?
Well, the beautiful thing about baseball, I know it's a little cliche, but you play pretty much every day. And helped out in this situation by the fact that you see these Harbor Hawks again tomorrow. You can get immediate payback.
0-1, fastball drops in.
I think that in that event, you really focus on that and focus on playing a little bit of a tighter game throughout the full 9 tomorrow.
0-2. Costello hits one into right field, a base hit. Off the end of the bat, Jack reaches on the knock. They need 3 runs. They get 1 base runner. Here's Luke Schliger with 1 on and 1 out.
It's not over yet. We're still an hour and a half from curfew, league-wide curfew, 11 o'clock in games. So no concern about anything ending this game other than the 3rd out in this 9th inning. There's no clock here. There's no reason that the Red Sox can't provide a rally. Why not?
Lefty Schliger takes a first pitch strike away. No balls in 1 strike from Rudy Firmbach. A game that's seen an ejection, an umpire change, a 35-minute delay. Do we have more drama here at McKeon Park? 5-2 Hyannis leads YD, 0-1. And a swing and a looper over the shortstop. Patelli into left center field, a base hit. The tying run comes to the plate in the top of the 9th with 1 out. It's past Ferreras. And the Whitey Red Sox have a chance to even things up with a big swing from Ferreras, who in his first at-bat in the summer, Sam, sent the home run over the left field wall at Orleans. And that was in his first at-bat of 2022.
He's got a pair. He's gone to straightaway left at Orleans and to the opposite field at home at Red Wilson. No Red Sox has more than 2 home runs this season, so a little bit of power in a small frame for Paz Ferreras. Got to keep the line moving at minimum.
2 on and 1 out. Opening offering, the right-handed batter breaks his bat, loops one towards second. Charging Hishida goes to second for 1, turn to first. Not in time. Almost a double play on a great turn by Nishida, who with his back to second base flipped to the shortstop Patelli, but Ferreras beat it out. Whitey is down to their final out, trailing 5-2. And here's Hunter Haas. Haas with a double back in the 8th, scored the tying run. Costello is on to third on the play. Schliger out. Ferreras at first. Still the tying run at the plate with 2 gone in the top of the 9th. Can YD come back again? Down 1-0. Down 2-1, now down 5-2. First pitch home, the right-handed batter takes a ball away. 1 ball and no strikes, 92 from Langenberg. Fireworks off in the distance here on this July 3rd night. Do we have more here at McKeon? 1-0. Fastball low. 2 balls and no strikes. On deck is Chase Mydroff. A home and home with Hyannis. First battle between these two teams this summer. And Sam, it has been quite the matchup. 2-0. Breaking ball below the knees. Hunter Haas in the driver's seat. 3 balls and no strikes. If he reaches, the go-ahead run would come to the plate. Hyannis 5, YD 2. 3 balls and no strikes. At third, Costello. At first, Ferreras with 2 outs. 3-0. Fastball down Broadway. 3 balls and a strike. And as you say, Sam, here's the action pitch.
This one's been as advertised, Carlo, even with the controversy. 2 even teams who have both played most of a tight ball game. Got a little sloppy for the Red Sox late. Still have a chance.
3-1. Hunter Haas swings and uppercuts one into left. Left fielder Pepe coming in on a jog. He finds the baseball and ends this one at Hyannis. The YD Red Sox fall 5-3 to the Hyannis Harbor Hawks, and they'll see them at 5 o'clock tomorrow at Red Wilson. A game that saw an umpire change, an ejection, and a whole lot of mess off the field, Sam, as Hyannis comes away with a 5-2 win. Oh, when you look back on this, and the first time since the beginning of the season that YD has lost 2 in a row, how do they ensure it's not 3 tomorrow?
They just got to get back on the horse tomorrow. They get this Harbor Hawks team once again and a chance for payback against a team that they played a hard game against all day. And you can talk about the controversy all you want, but at the end of the day, this is a Red Sox team that struck out 16 times today. This is a Red Sox team that they did get the big hit. Cole Carrig, the game-tying RBI single in the 8th inning, but the bullpen unable to make it stand up. We can talk about that controversy, but what started that inning was, at the end of the day, a hit by pitch, a walk, and then an error on a sacrifice bunt attempt. It was a little bit of a sloppy 8th inning for the Red Sox. The Harbor Hawks took advantage. They gave the Red Sox a little bit of their own medicine this year because the Red Sox have made a living this summer so far on taking advantage of mistakes from other teams. And what the Harbor Hawks did tonight was both take advantage of the mistakes by the Red Sox and also take advantage of some controversial calls that went their way.
Well, Sam, I don't know if there's much more to say about this one. We saw it all today.
It's a game that I'm going to remember for a long time. I wrote it in my scorecard, the ump delay game. Want to make sure that this is one I'll be able to tell the story about, not a fun story. Hopefully the end of the story is that the Red Sox come out looking strong tomorrow.
Well, the story continues tomorrow at 5. Sam Lebowitz will welcome you to Red Wilson Field as the YD Red Sox look for revenge against the Hyannis Harbor Hawks. First of 4 this summer between these two. And the Harbor Hawks take round 1 as they win 5-2 over YD here at McKeon. We'll see you tomorrow at 5.